Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu, blu, blu. Con Pau O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Insanity. Just thought you'd like to see how much we actually boogie down when the theme music is going, because we boogie hard.
You're so old. I like the backdrop this week.
Thank you. The blood red space.
I learned something new tonight that, and I always seem to learn something new about SNI. Did you guys know, you can go back and watch all the previous videos, by the way, and check, he changes his fucking background frequently.
I do.
And I didn't know that until tonight when he said something.
Every week, unless I forget.
That's why I said frequently.
I do occasionally. But,
that's why I said frequently, because sometimes it doesn't change, right?
But yeah, I have an archive of Hubble Space Telescope space pictures of space, and I put a different one up every week. So.
I told him I was inspired by that, and I went to NASA to download some space images too, and I clicked the high 6 or 9K resolution photo, and I clicked it, and it was like being on 1995 internet again. No joke, it was line by line.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on the, and then it had the little zoom in thing while it was still loading. I clicked on the zoom in, and it took me to fucking space. And I was like, that filled my screen. And then I just scrolled to the right for like 30 solid seconds.
Wow.
It was massive. I'm like, okay, I don't need to. I went back. I'm like, no, I need a slightly smaller resolution. 4K. 4K is good. 4K is good.
That's the beautiful thing.
I don't need 78K.
That's the beautiful thing about that is and actually that's a production technique as well, is to film in a higher resolution than you'll be mastering in, so you can actually do digital zooms on the footage and still maintain the level of quality that your master will be. So, say you film in 8K. But you do all your editing and mastering in 1080p. You can zoom in on that 8K image for miles and still maintain the level of quality that you get from 1080p.
It's so much massive.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous.
That's actually how they take the photo too. It takes a section of space, and then it takes another section, next section, and then a computer just knits them together.
Yeah.
Some people are like, all those photos in space are CGI. Space is fake. Well. The thing is a lot of these
fake.
A lot of these conspiracy theories come from just a misunderstanding of how the technology works. That's all it is.
Oh, I know.
It's posited together, but it's real space, guys. Space really does exist.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I've been using hashtag space is fake in all my tweets lately, just because.
Just to irk people and irritate people.
I'm sure he gets a few people following him who are just like, yeah. I agree. Space is fake.
If you think space is fake, I think very little of you.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Space is fake. There was no moon landing.
Willful ignorance.
There was no Holocaust. The Earth is flat, and 911 was an inside job.
Well, that last one's true.
Isn't it? I mean, like. They say that. Like, here's an interesting thing.
Oh, and the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
The big conspiracy
billions of years, whatever.
I love hearing that one.
Yeah.
Because building 701 had like all classic top secret documents, and the building burnt down even though it wasn't hit by anything.
Yeah.
There was a fire in it. It burnt from the center up, right?
Uh-huh.
Like everyone's like, oh, it was a conspiracy. They set that fire. I'm like, no, they didn't set the fire. They probably didn't work very fast to put the fire out because they wanted the paperwork to burn.
Yeah.
because they legally can't destroy those documents unless they're like without a written permission by the president or some shit like that, right?
So
and so like
let it burn.
Oops, we didn't get to it in time. So that's the real fear.
Yeah.
Fantasy is they probably just let it happen.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to destroy those paperwork. Oh, all right.
Perfect. That saved so much time. And
how many
more paperwork to get permission to destroy this paperwork.
Exactly. But that paperwork's so much easier than explaining all the top secret bullshit. You know, I'm sure. But then now they're like, oh, we don't have the paperwork. It all burnt up in 9/11.
Oh yeah, and all vaccines cause autism. Fact.
Every single one of them.
Autism is present in the womb. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
that's just because the mother was vaccinated against her will when she was a child.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
Oh, anti-vaxxers, just throw yourselves off the edge of the flat earth already.
That was beautiful. Yes.
I yell on my stream at least once a week.
Sir.
Vaccinate your kids!
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Stop endangering my kids, you fuck!
They shut down a part of New York earlier this week, I think, because of that. Because
Really?
there were 100 reported cases of measles.
Oh my god.
Gee!
100! Up from none! Because that was essentially an eradicated disease.
Because these fucking idiots. And it's these people who they're presented with 100 cases of it doesn't cause autism and one that says it does. And they're like, that's the right one.
Yeah.
Because Galileo was also right and everyone said he was wrong.
Wow.
It's the human,
You're an idiot.
Human nature
Exactly.
to go against the grain sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so they can't, it's subconscious. They can't really, they don't know why. It's an emotional reaction. The problem is they need to stop having emotional reactions and instead be educated in the situation.
Actually look at facts and information and acquire actual knowledge and do real research, not just 4 hours on Google.
Use that fear to drive the education, not the drive the misinformation. Don't look for confirmation for autism. Look for the research on autism or on vaccination and their correlation with autism, in which there is none.
No. Correct.
I mean, like, that's the kind of thing. By the way, this video is totally demonetized, just in case you're curious.
Correct.
All the stuff gets demonetized now.
Oh, that's okay.
Usually money making, but now a lot of it gets demonetized.
That's okay. We usually just get demonetized for all the F-bombs we drop in a typical show. Yeah, so, fuck, politics, conspiracies, and hate speech.
Unbelievable.
And racism.
This guy says he's a Star
For
Wars
those who
fan,
don't know,
but he doesn't even have
listen to the stream, Stoud.
Now,
Those are the
using
best ones.
Listen to the stream,
How can you
Stoud.
call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
Oh, God.
There's a new addition to the soundboard.
Did someone clip that? Can someone clip it? I missed it.
I got confused because I was hearing two Stouds. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I approve of that addition.
I thought you would.
I need to hear this.
How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan?
I love the voice you did for that. It's beautiful.
Where's Carlton when I need a clip? Damn it, Carlton, you're my only hope.
I don't know where he's gone.
He's other streams he does stuff on.
Okay.
So, I mean, and I think right now he's sleeping.
Oh, possibly. Strong's Head said there's a medical journal called The Lancet that helped propagate the false vaccine autism link, and they lost almost all their credibility in the scientific community. Well, I'm sure they did.
I think they've since completely disavowed all that too. So like they're trying to regain
credibility.
They're regaining their credibility. They're trying to. I mean, I can understand that.
It's like,
hey,
nope,
look,
you lost.
You publish something and then you stand by it when like everyone's saying like, no, really, there is no link, and you're like, oh, we fucked up. Like, okay, I'm allowed to like, you're allowed to like make mistakes and then walk those mistakes back and learn from them. You know, like you thought vaccines cause autism, fine, but now you don't. So let's walk this back. You know, like I get it. Now vaccinate your kids.
There you go.
It's okay. Oh, apparently he's online. So he'll do it soon.
Sorry, now what were you saying, Stoud, before I was like, listen to the stream, Stoud, quick, hurry!
I was saying you can, in fact, get demonetized now for simply dropping one F-bomb.
Well, fuck me.
Word.
Fuck!
Demonetized.
Fucking hell.
What happens when they demonetize you guys? They will not promote a demonetized video. So basically, the only people who will see that video are people who are subscribed to Sean.
So you have to promote these videos.
Well, what a big fucking bunch of fucking fuck. Perfect, Jail. Perfect.
I want to thank you, JL, for not asking whether or not Sean was going live. Thank you.
That's hilarious. That's amazing. The real Star Wars fan clip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Thanks, Meghound. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. Boom.
I like how you use the bat card for the fucking notification.
For the donations, yeah.
Terrible fucking moment in bat history. We all look at that and we all go, ah.
Yeah.
I can do it every time someone subscribes.
Yay. Had to be done, yeah. Oh, it's for donations, specifically.
Oh, donations.
Seemed appropriate. Yeah, the bat credit card
also,
for donations.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I drowned out as thank you, so thank you.
So speaking of superhero movies, Rosie and I have been working our way through the MCU, and today we watched Iron Man ages ago, like before all the court bullshit, and then we just rewatched. We just watched The Incredible Hulk the other day, which was my first time seeing it basically since I first saw it, like 8 years ago or however long it was, and and I actually enjoyed it a lot more the second time around than I recall enjoying it the first time. And then today we actually had a triple bill of the next three. We did Iron Man 2, which I enjoyed more the second time around. Thor, which I enjoyed more the second time around, and Captain America: The First Avenger, which I also enjoyed more the second time around. So
I'm hoping when I watch Captain America: The First Avenger, I enjoy it more the second time. I did not enjoy it the first one. I thought it was good, but I was like, hey, it's alright.
Hey,
it's
thanks,
like
Stone Sour.
Story for 2 hours. Yay.
Yeah. I still don't like the fact that they basically turn him into a spokesmodel right after the super soldier treatment, but
that's what they did in the comics, so.
Well, I still don't like it.
that's government bureaucracy. They didn't know what to do with him because everyone who knew what was going on with him died, so they didn't.
I guess.
And then he does some heroic shit, and they're like, oh, and like clicks.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, that actually follows the comic pretty closely. Actually.
All right. Well, there you go. But okay. Well, I just don't like what the government chose to do with him in the fictional world of the story. Then.
Supposed to not like it. That's, yeah.
But
I understand.
But no, overall, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And I think part of it is going in with the correct expectations now, because I mean, just kind of going in initially, I think I might have been kind of like, yeah, get to the Avengers already. It's like I was very impatient to get through the origin stories, and but now I have a deeper appreciation for them and the attention that they paid to those origin stories and the groundwork that they were laying for the cinematic version of the Marvel Universe. And I really, really like that a lot. Holy crap, IHOBs! Thank you, dude.
Shit.
Thank you so much, dude.
God damn, my ass flexed so hard.
Come
on. Jesus.
I think everyone just likes seeing the bat credit card.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
But and Major Matoko is saluting us with some bagpipes.
Nice.
Left-handed salute for you. There you go. Very good.
Left-handed.
We are lieutenants after all.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
That's right.
Oh my god, that's really hard to do.
Hey, Patrick. Rosie has watched some of Gravity Falls with me. We haven't actually sat down and watched the Blu-ray set yet. That's something that we're definitely going to do at some point. Right now, we're kind of power marathoning the Marvel movies, and then maybe after that we might do Gravity Falls. I don't know. We're just kind of playing it by ear, so we're enjoying immensely. But no, it's we have seen a bunch of episodes together before, and we both really like it, and we will watch the set at some point there. Yeah. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to be watching the Avengers. So tomorrow's her last day here before she goes back to her mom's for the week. She'll be back here next weekend. And, yeah, so we're going to watch... She's actually seen it before. She doesn't remember it. I think it was like 4 years ago, so...
And as such, we are moving the Batman... Adventures of Batman
oh,
marathon.
Right. Yeah.
Disc 1 marathon, the first 9 episodes,
yeah.
to Monday.
Correct. Yeah.
Which is my normal Monday, which is my normal marathon day.
Yeah.
But my normal marathon day was moved to Wednesday because that's the day Planet of the Apes was released. Because we're watching.
Oh, right.
I'm watching the entire Planet of the Apes original series, classic series right here.
And,
this box set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mostly for the first time.
All right, you're doing that. Right,
years.
I think we talked about that. How you moved it there just so it'd be like right on the anniversary.
On the release day.
Yeah.
I had no reason why I shouldn't just put on the release day, you know.
Yes, definitely, iHobs. That's I'm working on it. It's all kind of up to you guys, but I'm working on it for sure, and really appreciate the help there, buddy. So yeah, so you're doing, and then for me on Wednesday, we're gonna be watching the first Batman movie serial from 1943. So we'll be watching that. It'll be fairly early. Going to be scheduled it for about noon Pacific time. It's about three and a half-ish hours. The good news is that all 15 chapters are on YouTube. So even if you don't have any of the DVD releases, you can watch along with us fairly easily. So.
Mine's like 10 hours or 15 hours or something. Some watch me go insane.
So, yeah. So it's going to be fun. So basically I'm going to do that, and then I don't know what, well, I'll probably film a review after because I don't want to fall behind the Batman reviews, and then probably do some more editing and stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. That's really the only thing planned for Wednesday. Other than that, I'll be doing whatever. Probably some more filming and editing. But as for tomorrow... No, as for tomorrow, probably more editing. I've got still got a bunch of retro videos to get done. Getting very close to closing that gap between the later 1992 ones that I did and the earlier 1992 ones that we're working on. So should have a good batch of them right now. If anyone's curious sort of how far along they are, currently on YouTube, I have retro episodes uploaded, processed, and scheduled, and ready to go live, scheduled all the way up till the end of April 2020.
No joke. I've seen, we watched him on stream, like, scroll through him. Where am I at?
I went through the calendar, yeah.
2020, that's right.
Yeah. So it's actually no, I think with the ones I edited last night, we're now into May of 2020. So, so basically, I'm looking to get just to the end of the 1992 videos. That's kind of my goal. I've already got a bunch done from December of 1992. Currently working on November 92. So I'm narrowing the gap.
Pull this big cup up. It's already too full. Come on.
So I'm narrowing the gap. So, so I figure once those are done, we should be well into summer of 2020 as far as stuff that's pre-scheduled. Now, I should mention also September and October. Both Retro and Skyrim will be put on hold because September and October is going to be the 2 Halloween months. So I figure I'm going to do September, October rather than October, November. I think it's better to start early and lead up to it rather than start in October and continue after, sort of when everyone's all Halloweened out. So I think that's going to work a little better this year.
I agree with this. I thought that was a much better plan.
Yeah, I think it's a better.
Because then, starting in November, you want to do some more Christmassy things.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you should know. But I'm saying, like people we're looking for that kind of thing after Halloween.
I'm not. Well, I'm not looking to do those kinds of things.
Sure you are. You're playing more Christmassy games.
No, the day after Halloween, I'm going to get festive by talking about all my favorite totalitarian dystopia stories. Which
fair.
Yes, Sure.
God damn.
Is that great? I think some of them might take place at Christmas. I don't know, but
Well, Brazil does.
Brazil. Well, there you go. See, Brazil will be my Christmas movie.
There's a whole, like, not the whole movie, but there's like a part during Christmas at least.
There you go. I'm sure there is in some of the. I think there's some snow in V for Vendetta.
There's definitely snow in V for Vendetta in the flashbacks, I think.
There you go. See, that's Christmassy.
And that it's at some point at Christmas in one of the journal entries, I think.
Possibly.
It's Christmas and blah, blah, blah. I'll be dead soon or whatever. Like, I think it's something like that. God, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, I need to. Basically, the plan with that, with any of the ones that have books or graphic novels. Hold on.
Dick.
Damn straight, JL. Any of the ones that have books or graphic novels, I'm going to read the books, read the graphic novels, and watch the movies. Just kind of do the comparison. Yeah, I started working on that a couple years ago and then just never really kept up with it. I read 1984 for the first time, you guys may remember. And then we watched a bunch of the movie versions. And then, I watched all of the movie versions. And then I just never got around to filming the review. I'm like, why didn't I film the review? I read everything. I watched everything. Like, what am I waiting for? So, anyway.
Then throw it down and start doing it.
Going to start working on
after
that.
that tonight, just fucking go fuck it. Bam. We're just going to record this review. Bam. Do it.
Basically, just kind of wing it. And take care of it in the editing.
What the fuck was that?
Was that Chewy? So.
It was a yawn. Sorry.
JL asks, why don't we do a Home Alone movie marathon this year?
No.
How about no?
I'm good. Movies, that's it. The rest can literally go fuck off.
I saw them both once. I'm
I
good.
will request that you bring back the Home Alone Scream for
The Home. Oh God.
There are 3 sequels you haven't seen yet,
The
Sean.
Marvs. I've seen the second one.
There are 3 sequels on top of that you have not seen, Sean.
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I'm just saying, you know. Hey, Strong's out that tub.
I don't think Mac is in any of them. So what's the point?
I used the dad, I think, in number 5? 4? Something like that.
Oh, Strong Sad converted.
His character is not the same actor.
I see Strong Sad converted from a Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate that.
Ooh. Fancy.
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
Actually, Rob Jensen, Owen Neal cares about 3, 4, and 5.
Really? Does he like those?
Yeah, but, you know.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Hey, man. Every movie deserves its fans.
I think we read that earlier, Stone Sour, but clearly you want us to mention it, so I'll mention it. It says, unpopular opinion, Alien 40th anniversary, greater than Batman anniversary.
Here's my opinion about your opinion. I don't give a shit, dude. Enjoy it. Enjoy what you want to enjoy, dude.
Opinions are like assholes.
Myself,
everyone has one. They all stink.
Myself, I like both, and I will be celebrating both.
Yeah.
So there you go. We were talking
about later.
We're talking about watching all the Alien movies.
I haven't seen some of the extended cuts. That's going to be later this year. Yeah.
Some of the extended cuts, yeah. I don't know when the release date of Alien was.
I'm not worried about it at this point.
Sometime in the summer. I don't know. Speaking of Alien, actually, the 40th anniversary, the short films premiered this week. I believe an IGN exclusive. I don't know how IGN got the exclusive on Alien shit when they just roasted Alien Isolation when it came out, and a lot of fans hold them largely responsible for Atari considering it a failure. But anyway,
yeah, fuck you, IGN. By the way, I make
thank you for this series.
Literally, the best sci-fi horror game ever made. Period. I stand by that statement, even as a diehard Dead Space fan.
So good. There are other. I would like things like a Thing game based off the same engine.
Yeah.
I would like any slasher game in the universe could be based off that engine.
Oh, so good.
Oh my god, you can make so many games.
What other sci-fi horror game can you think of that people say they literally had to stop playing because it was giving them panic attacks?
Did they give it 0 out of 10?
No,
Did
they
it
gave
really?
they gave it like a 5.9 or something,
Criminal.
or 5.7. Like it was.
Anything less than
You know what it
7
was?
is criminal.
You
for
know
that
what?
game.
You know what? Let me actually see if we can find the review.
Here's the thing.
I'm gonna find
you
the
don't have to-
IGN
I
review.
can't play the game. The game, I get too. I can't. I get too anxious while playing it.
Yeah.
Trying to watch Stoudman play it was making me anxious. Watching Sean play it made me anxious. So like, I'm good. It's good. It's a good game. I would rate that game
Here we are.
based on the storyline
Okay.
and the gameplay
Hold
7
on.
out of 10. It's hard as balls.
Okay, let me read this here.
Good.
Alien Isolation, the IGN review. I haven't read this review. This is going to be new to me. I just heard about it.
Oh, you got to be in your hipster voice.
Yeah, well, okay. Alien Isolation review. Okay. Just double check, make sure this is the right.
I'm too good for this, you know. Hipster voice.
Oh my god. Okay.
I believe in
The
you.
verdict. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
He's building into it. Dude,
All right.
this could be a
Okay,
clip.
don't
I
interrupt
got-
me. Don't just let me read this.
Oh, you weren't starting yet. Sorry.
I know. I'm just psyching myself up for it. Here we go. Okay, Alien Isolation review. This is from the 3rd of October, 2014, at 6 o'clock a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. An Eternal Terror by Ryan McCaffrey. Thanks to a slick opening that includes nostalgic narration and busted tracking on the VCR visual effects, the first 5 minutes of Alien Isolation are far and away better than any piece of last year's dreadfully disappointing Aliens Colonial Marines. But by the end of the 15 to 20 hours I spent with the Mono-E Xenomorph survival horror show, I wish I'd stopped after the first dozen. No, after the first half dozen. That's not to say Isolation is anywhere near as bad as Colonial Marines, but its crime is equally egregious. It's
Egregious.
egregious. I never know how to
I
pronounce
didn't
that
want
word.
to say it.
It is a great idea that, in practice, not only wears out its welcome, but drags on so long that it almost completely erases any trace of the fun I once had. Which is a whole different form of horror than I was expecting. Isolation impresses out of the gate, not only due to the aforementioned intro, but because its art direction and sound design dutifully nail the vibe of Ridley Scott's original 1979 film. I can't stress this enough. From the DOS-based futuristic computers and their scan-lined CRT monitors to the fear-enhancing violin-screeched orchestral score, Isolation clearly did its homework in the AV department. My favorite aspect of the presentation is the atmospheric use of fog. From wisps of smoke that billow out of air vents to clouds of white mist that obscure your vision when you rewire an area's life support system in order to aid your stealthy objectives, Isolation certainly looks and sounds like a part of the Alien universe. Considering this is a survival horror game, it takes a bit longer than I expected for the alien to show up and cause trouble. I wrote off not feeling threatened for the first hour, though, because it seemed only fair to give Isolation time to lay a foundation and establish its setting, tone, premise, and characters. Amanda is likable, with a clearly defined tough-as-nails personality befitting of her mother, Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley. Once the Xenomorph does start stalking you through the dark and creepy Sevastopol space station, Isolation hits its stride. It is an absolutely stressful game to play, by design. About 99% of your hunter's movements and actions are unscripted, so you genuinely never know if it's going to leave you alone for minutes at a time, crawl into the ventilation ducts in the ceiling and then immediately drop back down, or sniff around the room you're hiding in for 3 minutes, forcing you to wait it out. The slightest sound, light source, or sight of you will cause the serial murdering life form to charge and kill you. It's impervious to your weapons, be they a pistol, shotgun, flamethrower, or crafted items such as Molotov cocktails and pipe bombs. In fact, only the latter 3 of these can even annoy the alien enough to force it to temporarily leave the area. The slower, quieter crouched walk from locker to storage cabinet to under a desk is often the safest method of progression, but as you'll come to learn, the alien's unpredictability is both Isolation's greatest strength as well as its most crippling weakness. The typical encounter in Isolation goes like this. You get a warning pulse from your painstakingly created motion tracker. Hear the unsettling sound of the alien spawning into the area as it drops from an overhead air duct. You hide in a locker, storage cabinet, or under a desk, stare at your motion tracker until the creature completely leaves the area, and then you proceed as quietly as possible towards your next objective. And for the first several hours of gameplay, that formula works to tense, satisfying effect. Yes, you'll die, a lot if you're like me, but during this honeymoon period, isolation effectively keeps the pressure on. Manually activated wall-mounted telephones are the only way to save your progress, so reaching the next one genuinely feels like a miniature victory unto itself, and getting impaled by the alien before you can pick up the receiver is a dramatic defeat. The clomping of the alien's footsteps, the bassy whoomp of its skittering around in the air vents above you, its angry shrieks and hisses, having to lean back and hold your breath as it sniffs for you while you're hiding in a locker inches away from its acidic spittle, they all make isolation very good at ensuring that you're never comfortable while trying to get the hell off the Sevastopol. A handful of timed hacking mini-games you must complete while the creature can be lurking anywhere are also high points of fear. Unfortunately, the campaign mirrors the Sevastopol itself. The longer it drags on, the more it falls apart, as it begins to tumble out of orbit and towards a gas giant. Ripley's nightmare became my own, as isolation moved its goalposts back so many damn times that it was almost comical. First is an oddly extended alien-free stretch midway through that pits you against aggro androids instead of organic terrors. Mercifully, the bots can be killed, but not without well-placed headshots from firearms that are cumbersome to reload. That and the scares disappear without the singularly lethal force stalking you. This is not a first-person shooter, though it occasionally pretends to be. Worse, I strongly believe that isolation was ending on at least 2 separate occasions, with the second of those times even seeing the resolution of Ripley's original motivation, to get some sort of lead or closure on her missing mother. It turned out I wasn't even close. I had another few hours to go, but now without any real reason behind it. Your objective is a final-sounding escape the station for a good 8 hours or so, but with so many errands to do along the way, not to mention the incessant and irritating backtracking across the entire ship, isolation falls into a pit of frustrating repetition from which it cannot escape. So I clicked the thing there. Rather than throw a new gameplay twist at you, isolation, like so many games before it, simply spends hours making you run a funless gauntlet and contend with everything it's thrown at you so far simultaneously, including human, android, and extraterrestrial foes. Fright dissolved into frustration as I got killed from behind for the umpteenth time, even as I was crouched motionless out of sight in an air duct. The survival horror joy found in the campaign's early hours is completely and permanently erased. Even when you finally reach the end, it's an underwhelming conclusion that doesn't adequately pay off the 15 to 20 hours you just survived. And in hindsight, playing on hard difficulty, which I only did because isolation was actually describes it as the recommended way to experience the game, was a terrible decision. It means the xenomorph can get you anywhere at any time, giving you no opportunity to avoid death and run you down if it hears so much as a pin drop. Sure, a flamethrower blast or Molotov cocktail can ward it off for a moment, but alien-repelling resources are extremely scarce. Don't make the same mistake I did. So he's literally whining because it was too hard. He's complaining that it was too hard. That's like the big crux of his... Now we get to the truth.
This guy says he's a Star Wars fan.
Oh, poor
He doesn't even have the Ewok movies. Those are the best ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original
Ka-ching.
Hold on, there's a little bit more here. So we have... As a footnote, Isolation offers a leaderboard-based survival mode that challenges you to complete various scenarios with the highest score, earned by posting the fastest times and completing bonus objectives. Recommends that you not try it until after you completed the campaign, but after a protracted marathon, I didn't even want to look at it. I did, though, to be able to tell you for sure that it wasn't worth it. The verdict, here we go. Alien Isolation seemed like the perfect Alien game on paper, and for the And for the first handful of hours, it even seems to deliver on its promise on the strength of its outstanding art and sound that faithfully recreates the ambience of the classic horror film. Instead, what was the great xenomorphic hope ends in another disappointment for a license loaded with interactive entertainment potential. It's a shame that Isolation doesn't track stats, because I'd be curious to know how many of its roughly 15 to 20 hours I spent hiding in lockers staring at the motion tracker, and most of all, how many hundreds, yes, hundreds of times I died
Mario's here.
without a chance to save myself. It may seem strange to complain that a game's too long, but when the genuine scares of being hunted by an unstoppable predator are so diluted by repetition and padding, Isolation's epic length really does work against it. Someday someone is going to make an incredible alien video game that checks every box, but sadly Isolation is not it. And the final score?
Wrong.
Final score? 5.9. Mediocre. Alien Isolation erases the memory of colonial marines, but it's still not the great alien game we were hoping. Yes, it fucking is! Oh my god! Like,
that person should not be allowed to do that genre. Should not be allowed to review that genre of games anymore because they don't like that genre.
That is.
This is why I.
Yeah.
Here's the ultimate bomb. This is why IGN's no longer allowed at E3. Boom.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Now here.
By the way, this is like me reviewing Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna give it a bad review.
Yeah.
I suck at it.
Yeah.
Fuck this game, I can't beat it.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I wouldn't give a review about it.
So,
You know
well,
what I
and
mean?
here's
How
the
old
thing.
is the fuck stick? Like 20?
Oh, he's well.
that doesn't matter.
There's a picture of him. Looks like your typical hipster douchebag. But anyway,
That doesn't matter. I think you're there.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Hey, him looking like a hipster douchebag might actually matter. I'm just saying.
Fallacies.
But here's the thing. And here's why I bring this up now, and why people are a little irritated. As you know, we're not getting a sequel to Alien Isolation, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" I thought it was a hit, but apparently not. Apparently, was it Atari? It was Atari, wasn't it, that released it? Anyway, yeah. Apparently, Atari considers it a failure because
It probably sell as many as it should.
because I don't know why, but it didn't sell as many as
the license, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know, but whatever the case is, they don't consider it a success, despite the fact I don't know anybody who played that game who does not agree that it is like one of the best, if not the best, sci-fi horror game ever made. And not only that, but the best alien game ever made. You know, I mean, it really does make you feel like you're playing in the world of the movie. I mean, it's fantastic. But here's the reason people are pissed off and why I brought this up now. Last month, we got a sequel of a sort in the form of a web series. Basically, a 7-part CG miniseries featuring the return of What's-Her-Face as the voice of Amanda Ripley and everything. And it picks up right where the game leaves off.
Dude.
So it's basically a miniseries that gives you the closure to the story. So it actually continues like right from the moment the game leaves off and gives you the rest of the story, which presumably would have been put into a game had they done a sequel. So we did get some kind of continuation, but here's why people are pissed off. It's exclusively on IGN's YouTube. After that.
And that's why Fox is now owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Mistake. Then I guarantee you, if Disney's smart, they'll be like, okay, we're going to fix it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just make another game. Just do it. Here, money.
Yeah.
Because they know, come on.
Yeah.
They got to get that franchise going again.
I know. And that's, yeah. I mean, on the plus side, we got some kind of closure for the game. So that's, that's something. I mean, it's certainly more than we get with a lot of other things. Half-Life. But, and we're also getting the 40th anniversary shorts, which also appear to be an IGN exclusive. I don't know what the fuck. Why are you giving all this shit to IGN? Everybody fucking hates IGN.
Maybe because no one wanted them.
I don't know.
And so they're just dumping them on IGN, who will just take
give them to me. I'll put them on my channel.
You don't have the same reach, unfortunately.
I could use the views. Well, no, obviously, but But that's the problem, is the reach that IGN has and why fans are pissed off, because IGN gave it that shitty, inaccurate review because hipster douchebag guy didn't like it because he doesn't like the genre, can't play it because he's tried it on hard. He sounds to me like he just couldn't handle it. And it skewed his review. So, no, that is not accurate. That is a bad review because it does not accurately assess the game. It's just a bunch of bitching and moaning and whining because you didn't like certain aspects of it. The Working Joe segment is meandering and not scary and unthreatening. Fuck you! Those androids were scary. No, they're not xenomorphs scary, but they still represented a valid threat. And they're not easy to kill. They're not easy to kill with a well-placed headshot. Fuck you. No, it's not pretending to be a first-person shooter. Fuck you. Did you even actually pay attention to the game you were playing, or did you keep on just thinking it was something that it wasn't because that's how you were perceiving it wrongly? Ugh.
Yeah, they could wipe it from the canon, yeah. That's true.
Kind of like what you guys were saying earlier, though. Imagine if somebody had written a review like that for a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
Just imagine. Oh my god, the internet would be fucking all over them. Every gamer would just be shouting from the rooftops, "Fuck this guy!"
Yeah,
the GameSpot review isn't much better. They got a 6 or fair.
God,
really?
And they have a description of this guy. I mean, he looks a lot older. He looks closer to your age, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, this is the description of this guy about, because they kind of cater the description of the writer towards the review that they wrote, like about kind of background knowledge.
Oh, okay.
It says his name's Kevin. And it says Kevin appreciates the film Aliens, but still prefers the original Alien, and prefers never to think about Prometheus at all.
Oh,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
He spent about 16 hours with Alien Isolation, and he enjoyed them more than the hours he spent with Aliens Colonial Marines. Well, that's kind of obvious, but
I mean, that's fair at least.
And in this one, like I said, the rating isn't much better, but this review is far less inept than the idea.
Oh, hello, Michelle. I see you brought some evil with you. This might be a moment, guys. Mermaid Man is having issues. Poor Mermaid Man.
Evil.
Did someone say there's evil afoot?
There seems to be some evil. Yes.
Rising.
Falling?
Evil's falling.
IGN is evil, yes.
Yes,
indeed.
Well, I'm just going to bullet note, obviously not read off the whole fucking review. Bullet note that the good stuff they listed was alien cat and mouse encounters can be tense and frightening. It nails the right retro-futuristic atmosphere, and it's a great use of sound and motion tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All those things.
Bad it was loaded with uninspired filler. Trial and error plus distant save points equals frustration, which it was hard.
Okay,
which one is this?
Alien Isolation.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah.
GameSpot, yeah.
No, and it's the GameSpot review.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And some mechanics are inconsistent, others are illogical.
What?
Okay, Spock.
Sandy Challenge Toastman says you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
Oh!
There you go.
That's amazing.
And true. That is accurate.
And it seems like the common complaint across all these reviews is that pretty much they didn't like
IGN or ranked. Wait, what?
Pretty much they didn't like the game if it wasn't that beginning part, just cat and mouse between the alien and you.
Yeah.
If it was anything other than that, it was bad.
I wish there was an easier difficulty.
Yeah.
Because even the easiest difficulty is hard as fuck.
Yes.
Because I would I wouldn't mind playing it potentially, but I am not that good of a player. Just not.
Yeah, this guy said. And
that's my same complaint about Dark Souls. I just don't play them, and it's fine. I don't fault those games for it.
Yeah.
He says, and I quote, "This is 4 hours worth of a great idea stretched into 14 plus hours of messy stealth gameplay, creaky video game cliches, and limp exploration."
Oh my god, people. What
what the hell?
What do you realistically expect an alien game to be? It does check all the boxes.
It literally checks every box.
Like every single one. Like
Yeah.
I just don't get.
These are the same fuck nuggets that love
Fuck nuggets.
Friday the 13th game purely because it was multiplayer.
How else are
That
you
was
gonna
it.
play that? Like,
I mean, it would be really cool if you could play 2-player Alien Isolation, and one player plays the alien, and one player plays the guy hiding. Like that would be a fun format.
that'd be
like,
fun.
Right into the game.
Yeah.
You know.
It
I
would.
just think that, like, okay, I know he needs to get there, so I try to get him here, and then, like, you're trying to get him to go there so you can dupe him, and
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
Another example here, Songset says IGN gave Prey a 4.0 out of 10 when they first reviewed it, because they had reviewed it before the day one patch came out. So that
Because they got it like a few weeks before the game was initially released.
that is an inaccurate review then, because that is not the product that is available to the general public.
Mm-hmm.
So, what the
So
fuck?
they gotta be first. That's their race to be the first. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
Their excuse is, well, this is the official product release given to us 2 weeks before.
Yeah,
it's the same one that was released to the stores. I go, yeah, and there was a patch literally 5 minutes after the fucking game came out.
Yeah.
So you cannot make that argument. I'm sorry.
No,
You
that's
just
some
can't.
bullshit.
Like, yeah, it sucks that this is the version that you guys got, and that's the one you have to review.
Mhm.
But you might as
Maybe at least note that, like just say this is
note an addendum your review with post day one patch.
Just
It's
be
like things that changed and blah 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 blah.
That reminds me, I need to
Which-
get back to Prey. I really enjoyed the hour or so that I played of it.
I think I missed all of that.
I think you played more than an hour, to be fair.
Maybe,
but yeah,
well,
you
it's
do
at
need to
least-
get back to it.
I think it was like a couple hours. I vaguely remember what happened in it, but I'm just
Wait a
going to
minute.
start over.
They have
At
some
point.
great new DLC for it, though.
Is Prey
Cool.
the game's building? It's like falling apart. It's on fire.
No.
No.
What
That's
what game is that?
that's Alone in the Dark, right? You guys doing
Oh.
commentary? Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That I need to
yeah.
get back to as well. Oh, fuck. Where are those episodes?
Uh-oh.
They might have been on End Drive.
Oh,
No!
Starting all over again. Busy Halloween.
Okay, enough of that.
There was,
I was like, oh my god, stop.
honestly,
Don't
know.
worry,
There's a
even
person-
I, a soulless ginger, have an off button.
There's a person in the credit screen behind Eric that says his name is Joey Burgers.
Really?
Every time it comes up, I keep seeing it and smirking.
Joey Burgers.
I'm waiting for Joey and Burgers again.
So that was my bit of rage this week, was enjoying the new Alien stuff.
And then wishing we had more.
But also just wishing it wasn't all handed to IGN, who apparently, this sends a message to IGN that we can just say anything about any game ever, and the game companies will still suck our dicks, because we're
Well-
IGN.
It does prove the fact that people don't get paid for good reviews because that's some bullshit, conspiracy bullshit.
Oh, yeah, no.
I've never been paid for any of my good reviews.
But
Or
that's the thing, is when I see a game that legitimately deserves to get high marks, not getting high marks, that and from a big influential site like that really grinds my gears. Like, that's just bullshit. Because
You know what's bullshit?
yeah.
James, I
IGN
apologize.
game reviews.
IGN game reviews. GameSpot too, while we're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't read reviews from either site.
And I don't actually look at reviews at all anymore. You know who I listen to is other gamers.
Uh-huh.
What do gamers think about? Like, I'll look at the Steam reviews, because that's
Mostly
people
they're
who
hilarious.
because that's people who played it, and the negative ones usually are really stupid, and you
Or
can
helpful.
spot
Those are
that
the only options.
immediately. Huh?
There's either helpful or stupid.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
it.
Helpful or
Sometimes
stupid.
stupid ones are funny.
So let's see here. Just getting into the geek news. We had a few trailers drop this week. I don't know. I don't think I actually watched any of them.
Okay, what were they?
So we got the first trailer for Dora, the Lost City of Gold, which is the new
I skipped that.
actual live action Dora movie coming out.
Zero interest in that.
I liked the college humor one or whatever it was they did a few years back, or Funny or Die, whoever it was.
Rambo-esque Dora.
That was awesome. That was so much fun.
That was hilarious.
And they did that. They did a trailer, then they did like a little web series, like 2 or 3 episodes, and same cast, and it was awesome. Loved it. A lot of fun. First
Hope someone
teaser.
enjoys it.
The first teaser. Well, actually, probably more extended teaser because we got some teasers a little while ago for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That's one I would actually like to check out.
That teaser was pretty fucking cool.
Cool.
I have to admit.
I have to check it out.
I think that's going to be a good one.
First trailer for Annabelle Comes Home, so the third Annabelle movie.
Oh man, I gotta see that one too.
Or as Raptor Rivera, our news gatherer guy here, said, a.k.a. Annabelle 3 or Conjuring 7.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because it is the Conjuring universe. Got the first trailer for the Netflix original horror film The Silence. Oh, says it's kind of like kind of along the lines of Bird Box or A Quiet Place, but with Stanley Tucci. So might be one to check out. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power Season 2 trailer.
I like to point out, everyone mocked The Happening for doing this shit 10 years ago.
Really?
And now everything's doing the basic invincible thing, killing people thing. Like, oh great, you make fun of M. Night Shyamalan, you racist fucks.
No, I think it's because what it was in The Happening was stupid. And I'm sorry, but you can't outrun the wind.
It's being carried by the wind, not the wind. The wind. It's on the wind.
We got
anyway.
No, they were literally trying to run away from the wind.
Hey, wind's awesome. I want to hear it. Doesn't get enough love.
I did like John Leguizamo in it though, but anyway, but I generally like him in pretty much anything. I just think he's a very underrated, underappreciated actor.
I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10 movie. It's honestly not poorly done.
I thought, it was okay.
The idea behind it might be
great.
stupid, but it's a testament to this man's ability to make a film that a stupid idea like that actually kind of works. It's a watchable movie.
Cool.
I think it should have been called Red Tide. I think the title really hampered it.
Cool. Anyway, we also got an extended trailer for 2019's remake of The Twilight Zone.
That looks really good. I saw that.
Yeah,
that trailer.
I played in the theater.
Very nice.
I don't think there has been a bad Twilight Zone yet. It seems to be one of those ones that every time they bring it back, they do it with such reverence and respect for all the versions that have gone before that they just make sure they don't fuck it up. So,
and yes, it appears that they are remaking, or they did remake, the Terror at 20,000 Feet.
Oh, really? Another one? God, how many times have they done that
it's
now?
a story, so it's a readaptation, technically.
Yeah, that's true. And finally,
it does look different.
And finally, we got the first trailer for the HBO limited series Chernobyl. So
I didn't get to watch that one yet.
The Deadwood's coming. Deadwood's coming.
May 31st.
Deadwood's coming.
Oh, and everybody's losing their shit about the announced running time of Avengers Endgame being 3 hours and 2 minutes.
The Rings fans are laughing their asses off.
Yeah, I know. Like, seriously, is this something that people are complaining about now? The running time of movies?
Yeah, meanwhile, nobody gave a shit about how fucking long Titanic was.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I know. Well, because this seems to be a recent thing that people have added to the list of things to just be outraged about. Because we heard this when Blade Runner 2049 came out.
There's a whole group of people out there who believe that movies over 90 minutes shouldn't even exist.
Wow. Well, those people are stupid.
No, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what?
People with the attention spans of gnats.
Story?
Actually, I once knew a woman who, I just asked, I ask everybody, oh, did you see this movie? And just name some random movie. It's like, no. I was like, oh, how about this movie? And I said, no. I was like, oh, well, what kind of movies do you watch? She's like, oh, I don't watch movies. I'm like, why not? I said, oh, they're too long. Like, all movies are too long? Like,
20-minute episodes only. Sitcoms.
Apparently, 20-minute episodes of sitcoms only, and even those are too long. But you know, and her favorite thing to read, which she read constantly, had shelves and shelves and shelves of them, Harlequin romance novels. That was it.
Okay.
And it's like,
Hey,
but you read
porn.
But you read books. Books are even longer.
Those are porn, my friend.
Like
those are porn.
Books take even longer
those
to
are
read.
Fancily dressed up porn.
Yes, yeah,
okay?
fair enough.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's like saying like someone saying, "I like to read," and all they have is 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like that was that was the only entertainment. I just couldn't fathom someone who that's the only entertainment that they engaged in was, you know, flowery dressed up porn.
Man. It takes all kinds to move the world.
I don't know. But she was so boring. She was just the most boring person.
Yeah, I mean,
knew.
yeah.
But yeah,
person's just not for you.
Girls porn, yes. What jail? Oh, remember Signs, the movie that started Night's Career? That did not start M. Night's Careers.
It's not girls porn. It's just porn in the written word.
That did not start his career. His career was started with The Sixth Sense.
Wow.
A few
the
movies.
Majority of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't it like Election was
before that.
Movie?
Before that movie, he wrote scripts for a bunch of notable films.
But the Sixth Sense.
I think he wrote the script for She's All That.
Stuart Little. He wrote the fucking script for that.
The Sixth Sense was his big breakthrough, and then he did Unbreakable, and Signs was a few movies later in his career.
Yeah.
So
he did some comedy beforehand.
Signs really didn't like help or hinder him. It was just another movie he did. It really did not impact his career one way or the other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it paid the rent that year. You know, like. But yeah. Women aren't as. Huh?
This bullshit. Stop propagating that women aren't visual like guys. Come on now. I know plenty of women who prefer visual porn over.
Yeah, but it might.
It's all kinds, people.
Everybody's.
Stop talking in generalities.
There's going to be but in terms of generalities, you know, guys tend to be more visual, women tend to be more, you know, imaginative, and they like sound rather than sight. I find. Like,
I'm curious how much of that has to do with the toys we give them or allow them to play with.
Yeah. Or text.
They're more imaginative because they can't play with fucking action figures because those are boys' toys. I wonder why.
Oh, they play with toys.
I'm just saying, like, it makes you think of those things, you know.
It does, because a lot of the toys you see in the girls' toys aisle are all about.
It's all dildos. Just nothing but dildos in Toys
R Us.
They're
all about being creative. They're all about creating things. They're all about you know.
And boys' things are about blowing shit up. And I'm like, well, how much of that?
Yeah.
Those gender stereotypes are driven by the fact that we're given those at a young age. I don't know.
Yes.
This is why I don't like saying like, oh, it's girls porn. Like, no, it's just porn in the written word. I'm sure there's plenty of men out there who enjoy their Harlequin romances and go for you.
Probably yes, but the intended target audience is women.
Perhaps
lonely, desperate, horny women.
Or there's women who like porn.
And there was this particular woman who was married, happily married, but I don't know if she just wasn't getting any, but just she sure read a lot of those Harlequin books. Never saw her without one in her hand whenever she was off work. It's like that was that was her thing.
But you know, everyone looks at me funny when I'm walking around Debbie Does Dallas all the time. Whatever.
All the time.
Everywhere I go. Constantly.
Like,
why the fuck give a porn? Like what? You walking around Harlequin romance, nothing different.
Exactly.
Mine's just more explicit.
That's right.
You know, visually explicit.
Maybe that happy hooker goes to Hollywood. You know, the classics.
It's actually not a porn.
No.
I think
it strikes me that that woman might have had a certain kind of autism, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it sounds like something you would see from someone on the spectrum.
Oh, like being fixated on like certain things.
Possible.
Yeah. It's possible.
I'm not
yeah.
going to judge anybody.
And
Exactly.
the whole not watching any kind of movies ever just really struck
it's
me
too
as
long.
That's weird, but
that struck me as
Cheap.
odd because it's such a part of our culture here that I mean everybody watches at least some movies. They might not be movie freaks like people like us, but they'll watch something at some point. You know, they'll go to a movie or
they're too long. What are you talking? And then she reads books, but books take forever to read.
that's what I was saying. Like they
That's what bothers me. Like I don't read as many books as I'd rather watch 90 minutes to 3 hours watching a movie.
because it's way shorter.
It's more fitting for my attention span, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. According to Rotten Tomatoes, Split is M. Night Shyamalan's second best movie. Well, I know it was very well received. I still haven't watched it, but
Very good.
yeah, I
You'll
have
enjoy
it.
it.
I have it. I haven't watched it yet.
I need to see Glass. I really want to.
I want to get Glass. It'd be nice to see. I haven't seen Unbreakable in a long time. Actually, it'd be nice to kind of watch
need
the
same.
whole trilogy.
I need to get them on Blu-ray. Still just have the DVDs floating around here.
Yeah. Oh, Major Joko says, saw an episode of Buffy HD and said, yeah, not going to be picking this up on Blu-ray if it ever comes out on home media.
Yeah. If it does and it's got the Next Generation treatment where I can choose, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Battlestar Galactica where it has both.
Two versions. Yeah.
Yeah. But
fine.
the Buffy HD thing was the fucking travesty. Which is why which is why I had no hesitation buying the DVD set. Because I was like, oh, that's what they did for the HD? I'm going to get the DVDs then. Because at least then I know I'm getting it as it was intended to be seen, even if the resolution's a little lower, you know? So, yeah.
I'm not really interested in the show at all, personally. It wasn't my cup of tea. I watched like half the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. But you're so
It's not a bad show at all. Like, if my girlfriend threw it on TV, I'd sit down and watch it with her. Like, I'm not like gonna run away from it or anything.
But you like the movie, don't you? Like you've watched the movie.
It's a completely different feel.
I know. I think the show is vastly superior on many levels.
I love the movie. I like it more than the show.
I thought the movie was 5.9, mediocre.
It is what it is, you know?
I need to see the movie. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I remember being not particularly wowed by it when I first saw it, but that was like,
I love that scene.
I hated that scene.
That was amazing, dude.
I thought it was like really over the top and silly and
over the top
unnecessary and
the entire movie's silly.
Just annoyed me. It's like Pee Wee, we get it. Very funny. Anyway, like to me that should have been an outtake and not just an actual legit part of the story.
Someone missed the point of the movie, apparently.
Apparently.
It went way over your fucking head.
I guess. To me, it was like the comedy parts were trying too hard to try to be funny, and the horror parts just weren't scary enough. Whereas the show, I felt, got the balance right.
Oh my god. That's like saying Army of Darkness wasn't scary enough. Whatever, dude.
Well, no, but like the horror...
Evil Dead was so much scarier than Army of Darkness.
It's like, to me, it was... No, I remember now exactly how I described it was, it can't decide if it wants to be a comedy or a horror. That's what it was. Both. Yes, and that was the thing, is I didn't feel that it did one or the other well.
If you say so.
It's... I'm telling you what my thoughts were at the time. I haven't seen it basically since it came out. So
you'll get the joke more this time.
Probably. I probably
understand that it's not the same thing as the show. It came before the show, so you have to take it as its own thing.
It is canon to the show.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
No.
The show takes place. The show takes place about a year after the movie.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't even think about it being canon, honestly.
It is. In the first couple episodes, there's references back to events from the movie. So it's basically...
I just assumed there was a pilot I didn't see.
Well, it was the movie.
Apparently. Yeah, apparently it's the movie.
But no, basically what the idea is they leave town after the events of the movie. So they move because of the events of the movie, and they're trying to get a fresh start in this other town. And it turns out the town they moved to is actually even worse than the town they were in. The town they were in just had Yeah, the town they were in just had some vampires. This one was on
I guess I missed them talking about moving and all that stuff.
But this town was on a hellmouth, so it wasn't just vampires; it was everything.
All the supernatural things.
So, which is perfect for an ongoing series. Like we'll just have everything. So, but yeah, no, it's all part of the same universe.
It's fandom. I get it. Like watching it, like I can understand exactly what the show. It just wasn't hooking me. Like it wasn't a bad show. It just didn't get hooks in me.
Yeah. Give it. I'd say give it another watch at some point because it's definitely worth. It's definitely worth watching. I need to sit down and watch more of it. At some point, I will.
Eventually I get around to it. Yeah.
And Angel as well. Yeah.
David Boreanaz, who is also in Valentine.
The longest running Joss Whedon show to date.
It's true.
12 seasons if you combine them both because they're all part of the same universe.
Everything else has died in 1 or 2.
1 or 2, yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, like Dollhouse was the second longest running with 2 seasons. That
was unceremoniously killed.
13 episode seasons, might I add. Not even full length seasons.
That was Fox too, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Like, didn't they do that to Dark Angel also? Fuck that one too.
Dark Angel got 2.
Oh, you mean Fox has a history of fucking over sci-fi shows? Oh. God.
Any kind of genre
like
shows.
They don't really want. They're like, hey, give us a sci-fi show. We'll pay for another season. You're canceled. What do you want from us?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Dollhouse was fun.
Yeah, I liked Dollhouse. I thought it was quite good.
Dollhouse was great, man.
Yeah, very different, but I liked it.
I honestly,
different in a good way.
I think it's his second best thing TV wise. Like other than Firefly, which
that Joss Whedon did.
Yeah, not Joss Whedon. Goddamn. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just went right out my asshole.
Yes, Joss Whedon.
No, my brain just went out my asshole mid sentence. I was gonna say, and it just went. You said Joss Whedon at me, and my brain went, yes, Joss. Wait, what? What? What are you asking me? And then my brain, I lost my thought. It's gone.
Yes, Joss Whedon.
Yes, I know. Why did you said it like in a questioning lane? I was like, yes, Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon.
I lost my thought. I hate that.
You were saying you think it's the second best thing he did, and then you started to mention Firefly, and then I said Joss Whedon.
And his brain just went.
And your brain fell out your butthole.
Gone.
Okay.
Sorry, I just lost it.
So it's just that Firefly is the first best? Was that it?
Probably.
Okay.
South Park episode. And it's gone.
This is the only time with marijuana is short-term memory is problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
You're
like the guy in that Terminus episode. No, short-term memory. It's always the first to go. It's like, yes, you said that 5 minutes ago. Did I? No. Short-term memory. It's always the first to go. I liked that half burned to death guy. I like that character. Actually, I think I just liked that actor. I wanted to see more of that character because I like that actor. But
just now checked. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
You just checked?
I wasn't hosting apparently, so I am now.
Oh. I'm about to get a notification.
I guess. You probably should have already gotten it. I guess it didn't work. I don't care enough.
Okay.
It's actually playing, so who cares?
That's the spirit.
It's playing on my channel. That's all that matters. It
Yay.
Worked. 10 minutes from now. We're hosting. What the fuck?
Go to space cases from what? Didn't one of the actors, Zaran Isaac, go to space cases from Fire? I don't even know when Space Cases was. Like, wasn't that like 50 years ago? Like, I don't even know.
We got sidetracked. Don't we have like more news to talk about?
Oh yeah, news.
We started with 35-minute sidetrack.
I don't know because I know jack shit about Space Cases. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. A bunch of trailers. Apparently Werner Herzog might be, or will be, playing a villain in the Star Wars live-action series The Mandalorian. Very cool.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sold on that show.
Yeah.
So sold.
looking forward to it. Produced by
it.
Jon Favreau. Of course, with Rosie and I watching the MCU, I was like, wait a minute. Fuck, now my brain's farting. It's just like
Spider-Man trilogy. Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, wait a minute. The guy who plays Happy. Let me just check something. It's like, yeah, that's him. It's Jon Favreau is Happy, and he is the director. And I was like, and I said that to him. I said, do you know that's the guy who directed the movie? He's like, really? I was like, yeah, he's actually an actor too. It's like, wow, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's actually always been an actor too. Because like one of his starting movies were like him in what's his face, the guy who runs and smokes. Good lord.
The cigarette smoking man from the X-Files?
No, the guy who runs and smokes, the comedian.
Oh, Keith Richards?
Oh my
god. Andrew Dice Clay. What? He's a comedian and he smokes.
Vince Vaughn. Thank you, Morgan. He's always running and smoking, and I always laugh because he's like super athletic, but he's like chain smoking. I don't know. It's the funniest guy.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. I get stuck on it. Shut up. Anyway.
All right.
The guy
they were in the movie. They were in the movie. Fuck. John Favreau's first film. I'm just blanking on it. The title now because we got sidetracked and I've forgotten. I thought again.
Joss Whedon.
Oh jeez.
20 years. Thank you, Buff Daddy Bill. God damn it. Yeah, at least Bill Hicks smoked cigarettes and was funny, all right?
Okay.
Right.
Well, smoking is pretty hilarious. Yeah. So, what the hell? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize there were this many. So to tie into the new Avengers movie, speaking of Marvel, Marvel released 32 Avenge the Fallen posters depicting who died and who did not survive the snap in anticipation of Avengers Endgame. So, 32 posters. There's
like 300 memes based on it, by the way.
There is, yeah, and there's a lot. There was one of like Harambe, Avenge the Fallen, and it's pretty funny. But I didn't realize that what?
They're trying to do those posters using like random anime characters that no one's ever heard of.
Yes,
or
exactly.
like died off like in like 3 seconds in the show.
I'd seen a few of those when they first sent them out because everybody was showing them and retweeting them. But I didn't realize they put out 32 of them. That's crazy. Let's see, William Sandler to reprise his role as Death for Bill and Ted Face the Music, so the third Bill and Ted movie.
When I first read that, I totally read Adam Sandler.
William Sadler follows me on Twitter.
Oh, that's cool.
Occasionally likes things from me. It's so weird. I'm like, what the fuck?
You are followed by death.
No, I'll just be like, he'll just like randomly like something. I'm like, I retweet. I'm like, what? I keep forgetting that you follow me. That's so weird. It's a blue check mark. It's the official one.
Oh, and you might have seen some stuff about this floating around the social media sphere. North Bergen High School in New Jersey performed a stage play of Ridley Scott's Alien. They actually did some pretty impressive sets and costumes and stuff for it. The whole, the photos basically went viral and received praise directly from Ridley Scott, Sigourney Weaver, and others who were involved with the original production, which is pretty cool.
They aren't heartless fucks, that's why.
That what?
They aren't heartless fucks.
Exactly.
They have hearts,
But they, I saw the Sigourney Weaver video. Like, she actually did a video message to them, and it was quite sweet. Getting the message straight from them. And good news, I still have to watch season 2, but apparently the Runaways has been renewed for a 3rd season, which is good. Really enjoyed the first season. I got to watch season 2. That's a Hulu exclusive series. Apparently, there's a Jurassic World series that's going to be on Netflix. Not known at this time if it's going to be animated or live action.
Holy shit!
James McAvoy has expressed interest in playing the Riddler in a future Batman film. That could be interesting. James McAvoy as the Riddler.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie is in talks to star in Marvel's The Eternals. I didn't actually even know they were doing an Eternals movie. That's fucking awesome. I'm all over that.
To adapt.
Huh? Yeah.
I think a really weird one to adapt. I don't know how successful that would be in a different medium, honestly.
Well, I mean, it would be.
I'm interested, but I mean, you know.
So am I. I've read some of the original Jack Kirby issues.
Dense stuff.
My introduction to the Eternals was the 12-issue miniseries they did in like 1985, which was really good. It began and ended with double-size issues, so it was effectively 14 issues in like equivalent in length. But I remember it being quite dense, and there's a lot that goes on in it.
Yeah.
It reminded
very heady stuff too.
It reminded me a lot of the kind of stories you see like that are set in Asgard and whatnot, like, sort of all the political machinations and behind the scenes goings on and stuff between the gods.
The technological implications of genetics and shit that's like posed in the series is actually starting to come true, oddly enough, in some ways. So it's kind of like prophetic for a 1980s series. It's like it's incredibly heady for like a comic of the era, you know?
Yeah. I remember enjoying the miniseries, and then I picked up a few of the 70s series a little while ago, or a while back. I don't know if I still have them, but let's see here. Zac Efron and Lucas Till, who is Havoc in the X-Men franchise, being eyed to play Adam Warlock for Guardians Volume 3. Rumor. It's just a rumor, but apparently there are two that may be being considered. And I went to the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We just got the original on Blu-ray, and apparently Blumhouse is looking to do a reboot of The Craft. I don't know.
Really?
Why? Like,
I just
Whatever.
I mean, essentially,
for other people, not for us.
I've rarely ever been so little interested.
well, I mean, the original is very, in a lot of ways, a product of its time.
Oh yeah, it's very nice.
And I think, if anything, can be looked at as kind of a spiritual successor to that, it would be Charmed. Like, I always looked at Charmed as being kind of the Craft of the series.
100% Charmed is influenced by The Craft. That Craft came out, was a pretty big damn hit, and then they're like, we can do this.
And like a year later, we had Charmed. I actually really liked Charmed, and I wanted to watch more of it. They started to put them out on Blu-ray now, so might check it out. It's good. It's all right. I like it. Let's see here. Okay, so it's going to be 6. So the first of 6 shorts based on 1979's Alien, titled Alien Containment, debuts on IGN. We talked about that earlier, but that I wasn't sure how many shorts there were going to be, so apparently there's going to be 6.
Okay. I have some corrections for some earlier things we were talking about.
Okay.
A few things. Harlequin romances with their terrible sex scenes are seen as a form of safe women's porn. Women are taught to be overly sexual beings while remain sweet and virginal outwardly. We are taught that our desires are best kept inside our own minds. Books are safe this way because the words are kept hidden until read. When they play out in their heads, no sounds or videos to be caught and ruin the illusions that we are taught to perpetrate. Good lord, perpetrate. Blech. And for some of us bookish types, it adds a sense of secrecy and danger. So yeah, these romances are cheap and stupid safe porn for our filthy minds to grow and flourish. And sometimes those girls grow up and rebel against what they have known. Guys think girls like soft, sweet, innocent porn when really we spend our lives yearning for harder, rougher, and even the outlandish. That's what I was trying to say. A lot of these thoughts about women like liking these soft things or imagine it's because we push that onto them. Not saying you do, obviously. You're actually exception from that. You're very good at letting your daughter be who she is.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But anyway.
Wow.
I wasn't talking to about you.
You're an idiot.
Okay.
I think there's more. No, I don't want long storylines and ridiculous feather touches which aren't realistic. I have grown, damn it. I just take each other already. Oh, just take each other already. Just fuck me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who cares about deep storylines? Just fuck. Is what she's saying. Okay.
So that's like the equivalent of like guys just watching porns that just get straight into the sex scene. There's no lead up story, no context. It's just
we need like 3 minutes of context. Oh, the pizza delivery guy's here. Oh, you don't have money to pay for the pizza. That's all we fucking need.
There you go. We're good to
We
go.
just need to set up, and the Harlequin romances are the same thing.
That's right.
Quick setup. Here's some sex. Have fun.
Like, oh, there's a pizza guy. Oh, there's a hot chick. Take your top off.
And then you have pizza to eat after. I mean, that's perfect.
Pizza and sex can't go wrong.
There you go.
So yeah, okay. I just wanted to get that out there because it was a fan who had posted. But yeah. Didn't want to plug stuff, but she sent it to me directly.
Oh, this is interesting. In a recent Q&A, Zack Snyder talked candidly about his mark on the DC cinematic universe, from defending Batman's heroic choices in Batman vs. Superman to confirming the existence of the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Interesting. So the Snyder...
I'm not one of those dorks, but if they released it, I'd buy it.
So the Snyder Cut... Well, no, the thing is the Snyder Cut does exist, apparently.
Yeah.
So we weren't 100% sure on that before.
But I'm not one of those frothing fans like, oh, if you release it, I'll watch it. If you don't, I'll just wish you'd release it, and that's about the end of it.
Oh, and apparently Apple was listening to our stream last week and decided to step up and give Google some competition, as Apple announced a new gaming subscription service called Apple Arcade, I guess to compete with Google Stadia. So,
oh my god!
Like literally the week after.
Before Steam launches a subscription service, and I pay for it.
Hey, Apple, stop!
Stop trying to be everything.
See now, Apple.
For the last decade, easily.
Now, Apple. I think Apple was onto something that I think should possibly be the beginning of a trend here. I think they were onto something when they decided to shut down iTunes. So if maybe you could sort of continue in that direction instead, Apple, just kind of continually shut things down until you're gone. I think that would be good.
Until you close your front door.
Yes.
That's why it's truly sad they no longer have Steve Jobs. They no longer have somebody with vision leading that company.
Oh, I know.
Which is why every single time they come out with something, not every single time, but almost every single time they come out with something, it's just completely unoriginal.
I have things to say about that.
Copying everybody else,
Yes, it is sad that they lost Steve Jobs, someone who is actually good at stealing other people's work.
Exactly. He did it with style.
He used a fat, bearded guy.
Yeah.
hey,
developers.
No, and nothing against Wozniak. No. I love the Woz. I love that guy. He's like that, and I think it's very sad the way that Jobs treated him.
Yeah.
Treated him like absolute garbage.
He was idealistic, and Jobs was
Jobs was very business savvy.
That's all.
Wozniak was smart.
To Steve Jobs, it was business, and the passion for him was the design part, the way it looked, right? The way it felt.
Wozniak?
No, Jobs. Jobs' thing.
Jobs did absolutely nothing.
He liked, but his thing was design. His thing was
it was market lead. He did zero. He never touched any software, hardware, anything.
No, but
it was always
design, the way things operated. He basically, if he went and used the thing and he could use it, he approved it. Like that's how his craziness worked. Like his smart ass motherfuckers. Like
he was like an idea man.
Yeah, he was an idea man. Oh, he just had the ideas, and he hired artists to do the art. Right, that's what I am. Like, but I don't rip people off. He unfairly cut people out. I'm not arguing that at all. Wozniak was an idealist. He was an artist, a true passionate person about programming, computers, technology, right? He was passionate about stuff. And Jobs and him were friends, but Jobs always felt that stuff was business, and Woz always felt like it was a passion, and it's this, right?
Oh yeah, it was that for.
It's always oil and water, and and until one of them just gave up and was like, "I'm done," basically. You know.
Oh God, Sean.
Sean, your chin is massive.
Are you just seeing my chin? They're seeing my eyes, but
I just the whole time you're talking, like it looks like Brandon was just like leaning over to get underneath your chin.
So,
But I mean, I will say this about Apple, all right? I don't want to act like I'm just shitting on them. They did make certain things ubiquitous, even if they had already come before. Like the MP3 player, that was Apple made that ubiquitous, honestly.
Made the touch ubiquitous.
The cell phone, or at least, like the smartphone, I feel like Apple made that ubiquitous.
yeah.
They didn't invent it, but they made it popular enough that everyone.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So, like, they add that
Fashion
to,
company.
when they're at their best. That's what they do. Right now, they're not at their best because they're literally just taking what everybody else has already done for 5 to 10 years and saying, "We're gonna do it too."
They don't have a visionary at the helm. That's why.
Yeah,
They don't have an
that's what
idea,
I'm
man.
saying.
They didn't have
That's
an
what,
idea, guys.
that's what we said at the beginning, was because
I know.
they don't have a visionary like Steve Jobs at the helm anymore. It's just, we have to.
What happened was, and I was like, well, I mean, yeah, it happened because these are two different people.
It's like we have to make money. So what are the current trends that everybody else is doing and has been doing for a while? Yeah,
Somehow.
they used to be the trend setters. Now they're the trend copycatters. So, I mean, the trick to copying other people's ideas and marketing it as your own is copy stuff that hasn't caught on yet and that is still in development, and then make it look like it was yours. Like,
Look to
like the
fucking
iPhone, like
China,
the mouse,
look to Japan,
the
see
mouse
what's really working there.
that
you know?
had not
Yeah.
been used before.
Hey, Apple, go look at what Huawei is doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Huawei.
Huawei.
Huawei,
Their folding
Huawei.
phones look so fucking awesome. If Apple next year announced that they're coming out with a folding phone like that and it actually worked, oh my god, dude, they'd be back on the map.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
So, in Apple-related news, Detective Comics number 1000 came out this week.
Yep,
And,
I got it.
They
I
had
love the stories of Apple, man.
Apple Man, yes, and they have, because obviously a huge milestone issue. They did what is it, like 50 different covers or something like that?
It's like 25, 33 or some shit.
30
It's a
some
lot.
odd covers, yeah.
I have one from the 1950s by Frank Cho, I believe. is the
Oh
other.
right, it has like all the different 50s Batmans,
all the
and
different
yeah,
Batman, like that's Mummy Batman and Composite Batman. I
and
was like, I want that
giant Batman, and yeah, you
one.
just see his
That
foot.
Neil Adams one, but I
Yeah.
decided to go with the fun, goofy 50 one because I think that's gonna be the least popular, and I like that.
There's
one.
some pretty cool ones. I think you can see some galleries of them.
Yep.
Well, that's the same challenge. So says why not 27 covers? Ah, yes, because of course he.
It may have been
debuted
27 covers. I don't know.
27.
Honestly.
Who
knows?
Or why not 80? Since it's the 80th
That
anniversary.
might be too many.
Why
Yeah.
not Zoidberg?
Well, on
Yeah.
that 40 in two different variations each. You know,
Yeah.
there you
So
go.
I don't know, but anyway, so there was that, which is pretty cool. And let's see, a couple of deaths. We had Larry Cohen, who directed
Director.
things like Q and The Stuff. Q the Winged Serpent, by the way, not James
There
Watt's
will
sketch.
never
again.
be another director like
Not
Larry
you,
Cohen.
the Winged Serpent, and the
Yes.
stuff. It's-
Correct.
Do the Winged Serpent in one
And
movie.
actor Joseph Pilato, who was Captain Rhodes from George Romero's Day of the Dead. So, R.I.P. to those two.
I'm
films.
running this monkey farm. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's also in Night of the Living Dead 3D, one of the Night of the Living Dead CG animated remakes.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the ones.
Interesting.
Well, everyone was directed by like a guy named DeSoto. I can't remember.
So besides Apple,
David DeSoto, I think his name was.
got a few video games things that came out this week or announced.
Yes, there's some video game news.
Actually, there's some things on there that weren't written down that I'll add.
Okay.
Obviously, about the big one was we had a Gearbox stream at PAX East? And yeah, PAX East, and they announced Borderlands 3.
Ah,
We got
yes.
the official announcement for it. And the one thing that really caught my eye was like, oh, okay, they confirmed 1 billion guns are in this game. Billion.
Okay. How is that even possible?
There are one.
You can make
a combination system.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's like a
there are
crafting system.
Yeah, so there's 1 billion different combinations of types of guns you can make.
That's crazy.
Or find, or at random. So that's kind of crazy. The stream they had was kind of funny, a little bit of a disaster, but overall it got the Borderlands 3 announcement out.
Hold on, I just want to add here. When it comes to the whole this is for boys, this is for girls thing, I just have to say that the biggest response that I saw from Borderlands 3 was when I walked downstairs after the announcement happened, and my niece Alexis she's sitting, I think she was doing the dishes or something like that, and she turns around, sees me, and goes, "Borderlands 3!" She was so hyped. But that's a fucking first-person shooter. That's only for boys, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we also got a couple Borderlands tabletop games.
Well,
Tiny Tina.
Okay, yeah. Well, so I was just going to add to what Stout said. I mean, I'm very much in support of those gender stereotypes of what is and isn't for boys and girls. I mean, look at all of the Marvel movies I've been showing my daughter.
Okay.
Because, superheroes are only for boys.
Actually, some of the biggest reactions, if you go back and watch the little clip from the live stream, when they were showing the trailer there, some of the largest reactions, minus the 1 billion guns, were showing off the return of a lot of the female characters that are in the game.
Oh, yeah?
There was then a certain female character would uncloak themselves, and then they would,
Thanks, Duncan!
Some of the most popular characters in Borderlands actually are female. Case in point, Tiny Tina, for one. Is Tiny Tina is the most popular freaking Borderlands character in the entire series.
Nice.
But yeah, we're also another board game, tabletop game is I forgot what it was called. They didn't really say much about what it was called. But it was a game where you build your own claptrap. So I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, Borderlands 3 came out, or is being announced. Not come out. It's not out yet.
Come-ounced.
It was come-ounced.
It was come-ounced.
We're getting a new Lord of the Rings game.
Yes.
And it's going to center focus around Gollum.
Now, do we know if that's going to be pre-Gollum, or sort of his story?
The little silhouette shows post-mutated Gollum.
Really? I wonder how
shows
that would work.
Gollum. How we know him and in the movies.
So you'll have Gollum fighting against the controls as you're trying to get him to do shit.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool.
So we don't really know much of anything about the game. We really just got an announcement and a picture.
Okay.
So there's no real big information.
Better be
but
Andy
the picture
Serkis
shows
doing the
silhouette
voice
of him hunching over a rock, and it looks like the hunched over mutated Gollum.
Yeah. In his cave.
It was mentioned here. I mean, yeah, it's kind of neat. There's an Iron Man VR game coming to PlayStation.
That could be fun. Flying around as Iron Man.
It looks okay. It looks like a rail shooter.
I think actually when Rose and I were watching Iron Man 2, she said, "Wouldn't an Iron Man VR game be cool?" It's well, now I can tell her there's one coming.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, they're remastering all the older Borderlands games. So if you already own them, on Steam or something like that, you're gonna get a free update that's gonna bring them up to the remastered editions.
I've only got the first one,
and
I haven't played it.
The first game is the one that's getting an update first, and I don't think the other two are getting an update other than a graphical patch, because everything else
getting remastered editions.
Everything, yeah, but I think it's just gonna be graphical because everything else is pretty modern. It's just the first game that needs
everything is being brought into the same game engine that Borderlands 3 is running.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
So it's more than just up-res.
So the whole new. So I'm gonna have to download. I'm gonna have to basically just uninstall this version and.
They say it's gonna be it's gonna be a patch update or some kind of update to it, but they didn't say kind of how the update was gonna come out.
I'm just waiting until it comes out and just re-download. I have them.
It applies to people who own the games on Steam or the Handsome collections on PS4 or Xbox One. So yeah, so there's that. The other for me, it's kind of sad. The
ASMR.
the VR game that's not getting any attention at all, mostly because of what game it's being added to. Fucking No Man's Sky is actually getting a
That's pretty
VR.
fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually had to do a little bit of research because the only trailers you can find are for the PlayStation VR version. It is coming to both PlayStation and Steam VR.
Yeah,
So
I saw,
like they don't talk about it at all.
And PlayStation and
something-
Borderlands 4 is coming to PlayStation 4 finally too, which wasn't previous. To be fair.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
I saw something post up, like a little pop up on Steam last week about No Man's Sky VR. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yep, and it's not, and it's like some other ones where it's you have the game, then there's a second version you buy that's a VR version, like it's a modified version of the game. No, it's going to be a free update that's going to come out this summer.
Yep.
So if you already own the game, you have the VR version. So I think so. It's the entire game in VR. So I'm like, yes, that's what I
pretty cool.
wanted
I
for
mean,
a long fucking time.
A lot of games, I'm assuming all you have to do is like just with like some additional code, just change how the in-game camera views for the player, right? You just have to add a second
pretty much.
view source, and I'm sure it's more complex than that. But I'm saying like essentially you just add another view for a lot of games.
But
All you just
in
do
general,
is just add that second viewpoint, make sure it's centered for the eyeballs, and away you go, right? Change some controls because you have all the control inputs that are different. Sorry, Justin, I didn't mean to jump off all over you.
At this point, even if you hate what Hello Games did with No Man's Sky at the beginning, even if you hate them for it, and you're like, I can't believe they bungled that release, it's bullshit, and we should never support. Like, at this point, with all the free shit they've given you, you should be like,
really no
okay,
reason to hate anymore.
that's all right. Okay, you should at least be willing to forgive them at this point, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
There needs to be a path of redemption, guys. You can't just exercise people from existence and that's the end of it. That's how you make radicals and extremists.
Once you decide that someone is an asshole, it doesn't matter what they say or do from that point forward. They will always be an asshole.
And that saying, Thrash Fingers, I know you're watching, you're going to message me, and the answer is eventually. Be patient. Time needs to pass.
Do you like pigs? I like eating them in the form of bacon, ham, and pork chops.
There you go.
So yes, I like pigs.
So one of the things that wasn't mentioned here
Pigs are
that
delicious.
actually just got mentioned, let's see, on the 3rd?
I just said I like pork.
Or the 30th. That's what it was mentioned yesterday. It was announced yesterday. SEGA actually confirmed their Sega Genesis Mini.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So and it's coming out in September 19th. So we still have a
Right,
bit of time. But we do. This pretty much came from the Japanese website that has a Mega Drive Mini section. But they did confirm 10. There's going to be 40 games on the entire system, and they confirmed the first 10. And the first 10 games, ready for this? Are for the U.S. the North American U.S. release. It's going to have the first 10 are Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Always a popular choice.
Also known as Puyo Puyo.
It's Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Which is getting a remake soon. Don't forget.
Yeah, we're getting Comic Zone.
Yeah.
Obviously Sonic the Hedgehog. Duh.
Yes.
Be offended.
Altered Beast. And Gunstar
Rise from
Hero.
your grave. That's pretty cool. So it sounds like a pretty standard selection that we've had on like the other Genesis compilations.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
But then there's 30 more games.
But there's
so.
30 more.
There's still 30 more to announce.
Yeah.
We're imagining Shining Force 2 and
it looks like the only difference
Dynamite
so far
Eddie and a few other ones
between the Genesis and the Mega Drive versions is as it sits right now. I mean, obviously we're gonna get all the Sonic games. and obvious. It's like
Yeah.
releasing an NES Mini with no Mario titles.
Well, and
I
it's something
hope-
that they own in house, so it's like easy for them to
Right.
just throw.
But
it
they
on
did
there.
announce that the Mega Drive one has Sonic 2. But the
Well,
Mega
you
Drive is
Better
getting
have
rent-
Sonic 2 because that's, I think, the best one.
I prefer Sonic
yeah.
Knuckles personally, but they're all good. None of the original games are
They're-
bad, actually.
It's a great series, yeah, for sure.
It can
I
go.
mean, it's
I like the
getting,
fact that you can do 2 players too. To be fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric.
No, I was saying so far the two other games, the different games, is Rent a Hero and Wrestle Ball.
I don't know. Wrestle Ball sounds really familiar. Like, god damn, I gotta look it up. I was playing a game last time. I gotta go look it up now. Hold on, I'm packing a bowl. 1 second.
So is it like volleyball, but the ball is actually a wrestler curled
One
up
word or
into
two.
a ball?
Yes, exactly that. Yes.
So apparently-
Excellent.
YouTube.
Does
Wrestle-
he
apparently this was
he
supposed to-
grunt when you bop him over the net and stuff?
Vigorously so. Vigorously.
Wrestle Ball. is the- Oh, here it is. It's called Powerball here. Oh, it's Powerball. Okay.
Powerball, okay.
Powerball here. It's Wrestle Ball is the UK is the Mega Drive version.
Yeah.
Wrestle
That's a
ball.
pretty fun game. Powerball.
So apparently this was supposed to come out in 2018,
Hmm.
but it was pushed back
Hmm.
and delayed to this year. And my theory on this is, one, they were probably holding out for more licenses so they could put more games on it, and two, they probably didn't want to release it during the cloud of the PlayStation Mini that happened.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have been the best idea.
Too crowded to
So-
market. I hope they add Landstalker. That's a Sega first party game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
Or
if
like
they
that,
have
or like a Firepower 2000. That'd be a fun one.
They have Landstalker in the Sega Drive, Mega Drive collection, so on Steam. So I'm hoping they release it for this too.
So
I mean,
yeah,
I
so
own
it's
the
pretty
cartridge
standard
for that.
fare. It's obviously HDMI based. It's going to be 2 controllers,
Nice.
and it's going to be modeled after the Model 1.
And
Oh, well, yeah, I would assume
you're
so.
able to hack it within a week of its release.
That's-
And put even
Oh, of course.
That's the one people.
It'll
most
probably run off of
associate.
Hack G, and you'll be able to friggin' hack it.
probably
Um,
Android based.
So a little bit of news here regarding the new Chucky, the new Child's Play movie.
Oh yeah. Oh. this-
Apparently, we've all been wondering, well, who's going to voice Chucky? Is it going to be Brad Dourif? Did they get Brad Dourif? No, they didn't get Brad Dourif. They got Mark Hamill.
Yep.
So there you go.
You know, there's a movie clip that encapsulates my fandom right now. It's a moment from The Matrix. You might remember it. A young lady looks up and goes, "Not like this," and then
Yes.
guys, that's what just happened to my fandom. Thanks, you unplugged me.
We were talking about it before the show, and I was saying like, "Damn it! Now I have to fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
All right,
Yeah.
you son of a
I don't want to watch it. Why are you doing this to me?"
I know.
Why don't? Why?
And honestly, I think Mark Hamill will do a great Chucky voice.
You would do anything, man.
I think he will be great as the voice of Chucky. Like, for
What?
fuck's sake.
Fuck.
Can you
why?
just let me not want to see this movie?
You know what
Like-
I'd rather like? You know what I'd rather have? I'd rather an adult Glenn, who's one of the characters from the Chucky universe, be voiced by him instead. How about that? How about that as your remake? It's Glenn. Let's just, like, what the fuck, man?
Your face is Glenn.
Your fandom is Glenn.
I don't understand you're
Glenn.
not like this reference. I mean, I remember the scene, but I don't
Like,
understand.
why do you gotta do me like this? Why you gotta kill me like this? Because, like, I don't want to see it, but now you're making me see it, so now I gotta fucking swallow
Okay.
the poison and go
Gotcha.
down, get unplugged from the Matrix. Fuck.
Got you.
Why do you gotta do this to me like this? You know?
I see.
Not like this.
Now
Not
I
like-
understand.
Ah!
My brain's a little fried. I watched 3 Marvel movies in a row today.
I'll do that. I saw Captain Marvel last
Excuses.
night. It took 7 hours round trip. You can check on Twitter. I posted finally home, and it was 7 hours from when I left. Because I typed from the driveway leaving. So,
Which was great, by the way. I really enjoy the Marvel movies, and I like watching them a lot in a row today.
Good for you.
So tomorrow we're watching Avengers. Have you guys seen Avengers?
Yeah.
You should see
Avenger.
You should see Avengers. It's really good. They avenge things.
yeah, that was a dumb question. Did you stay till the end credits? Shut up. I'm not going to answer that. It's stupid. What a dumb question. Come on now.
I actually
5 minutes
shut
in.
the Blu-ray off as soon as the end credits start. I never watch the end credits or after the end credits ever.
There's nothing after that.
Actually, I'll tell you. You know what's been really strange and a little surreal in going back to Phase 1? I have all the original Blu-ray releases of Phase 1, and is seeing the Paramount logo at the beginning of all of them.
Yeah.
Those were Paramount movies originally.
Yep. Yeah. That's how they started. They had a deal with Paramount.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
And then they split from Paramount, made their own studio, right?
And then Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah.
So it was shortly before Disney bought Marvel. I remember that was like 2011, 2012. And
what a world, man. That was a whole different world too.
It was crazy. So it's like you go back and it's like I'm
watching
watching it.
Star Wars.
And I'm just thinking like, okay, this one is the Paramount logo. Where's the one where they no longer have the Paramount logo? Because it must be coming up.
Star Wars was after, wasn't it?
Star Wars
was after that.
Was
oh my
after
god,
what?
the world was completely different back then.
Yes, it was. They bought Marvel in like 2012, I think, and then they bought Lucasfilm like the next year or something, and immediately announced Star Wars 7 would be coming out in 2015.
Yeah,
wow,
world, man. What? I feel like I just feel like we can never go back. It's gone.
Yeah, no, there will be one company that owns all of our entertainment, and it will be Disney.
And then there'll be everyone else doing independent. It's Disney and everyone else.
The independents. Yeah.
There will probably be Disney and one other competitor, Universal or something, or Sony, who's gobbled up the other competitors. So, and then there's just two big companies, which is basically a monopoly still.
Two big companies, pretty much.
Because they're collaborating. Because at that point, they're like, let's not step on each other's toes. We can both make money.
Yeah,
you know?
It'll be like PC and Mac.
Yep.
Except it'll be Disney and Sony.
Or Disney and Universal. Or Disney
Warner.
And whatever. Yeah, and Warner. Yeah.
I don't know that Sony Entertainment is doing as well. I think it would be.
Tom Rothman's running over there. How's that working for you, Sony?
Yeah, yeah. Can that guy just disappear mysteriously?
Just pay him out and send him home.
Yeah, I know. He's made his money. Retire, please. Stop ruining the entire entertainment industry one studio at a time.
Or Comcast. Like Comcast and Disney. It's true.
You destroyed Fox, so now they've been bought by a company that won't destroy them.
Well, actually, no. Stay, Rothman. Stay long enough to sync Disney so that they get bought by Disney. Or sync Sony so they get bought by Disney. So we can do Spider-Man there too, and then go do that to Warner and do it to Warner so they can get merged and we can finally.
Be our savior, Roth.
Yeah,
Rothman.
I kind of want DC to finally get merged with Marvel since that almost happened in the fucking 80s. Fuck you, Jim Shooter. Forever. Fuck you forever for that.
For what? Hey, for not letting it happen?
The head of Warner Brothers calls up Jim Shooter. We don't know what to do with these comics books. Do you want to buy them? No, but what you should do is this. No! Jim! You stupid idiot! You think they're on the Avengers, you moron!
There was actually, I think it was in the mid-90s when Marvel almost went bankrupt. It was like 96, I think. Or 97, and Marvel almost went bankrupt, and there was talk that DC might buy them then, but they did not.
So close.
It was very close, very close. We almost Marvel almost went away.
I know.
Like, can you imagine?
What a world that would have been.
That would have been the end of Marvel. We wouldn't have all these movies now.
No, we maybe would have been different.
Or would have been different.
Warner probably would have bought the scraps of that.
Or Warner would have bought it. Yeah.
Everyone in the chat is going, Disney, leave PlayStation alone.
God, oh my God, having a merged DC Marvel universe.
That's what I'm saying, Jim Shooter. Why you fucked up, bro? You could have owned it. We could have all been one universe. How cool that has been. Wolverine's a Green Lantern now. Fuck you, bitches. You know? Like, come on. That was amazing.
All I'm going to say is thank you, Jim Shooter. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for making sure that didn't happen.
Dude, like, go fuck yourself, all right?
The occasional crossover, one shot miniseries, that's fun, but let's leave the two universes on their own.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
One shared universe.
I've always wanted it
Pickups?
since I was a little kid. Since I was a little kid, I've always wanted
Of
it.
course, because
Pickups?
it's
Don't
a
you share my
childish
dream.
idea.
Pickups?
Fuck you.
Childish,
Pickups?
silly idea that a
Pickups?
5-year-old would love.
I can be
Pickups?
childish
But,
sometimes.
no.
Sean, your favorite doctor said that once.
Yep.
Pickups?
Sometimes, not all the times.
Pickups?
It's everything and all things.
That's all I want.
Pickups?
Just that one thing. Everything else can go. It's fine.
Pickups?
Yeah.
I have an itchy ear.
Shut up,
Pickups?
Stout.
I
Put you
I
back
will
in the
not
hole.
shut up.
don't have any
Matter of
pickups.
fact, I will so much not shut up.
What?
Damn it.
I'm listening, JL. What am I
JL, you
listening
ruined it. I was going to
Why am I
say myself
listening
on the soundboard.
to,
I had
JL?
19 pickups because it was an interesting week where a bunch of shit came in that had been pre-ordered and stuff, and some other stuff was bought, and stuff was sent to me that I already paid for.
I was expecting a couple of packages from my mom, the Christmas and other holidays, etc. one that I've been waiting for, because she said she was going to send it on Monday. She didn't send it on Monday. She didn't send it on Tuesday. She sent it on Wednesday.
No, that's nice.
I'm like,
At least
well,
I sent you.
At least it's on its way finally, but the hope was that it would get here before Rosie had to go back to her mother's, so we could do a package opening. But I guess we'll just have to wait on that.
Yeah, the Amalgam Universe was one of my favorite things that happened from DC versus Marvel in the mid-90s. I had the entire first run. I didn't get the second wave of them, but that's the way it goes.
No way. The best thing that ever happened with DC crossing over with something was the Looney Tunes DC crossovers.
Kind of like that,
Jeez, fuck! I was just looking at the door. I was just looking at the door, contemplating going up for a smoke. I'm literally staring at the door, and I hear the knock.
Beautiful.
You'd think that wouldn't still get me, but it does. It's just too perfect to sound. Like, it literally sounds like what it actually sounds like when someone knocks on that door.
Someone better clip that so I can put that in the Hall of Fame. That was amazing.
Oh my god.
Good job, DL. Good job, sir. Earned that $5.
Through my paranoia.
And you're like, now I don't want to go out.
Yeah.
I have 19 pickups. We can do that first.
No, I really want to smoke. I'll be back.
The addiction is strong.
Hey, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Addiction.
I
is
have a
legit.
belly button. All right.
What a freak are you? You have a fucking belly button?
Over here.
Fucking freak.
Where actually are they?
Actually, you know the ones that I think are freaks?
I'm addicted to sugar. Real talk.
The people we all are. I am at least.
No, real talk. And I'm not talking like, like, oh, I'm addicted to this. Tee. And I mean, like,
Yeah.
I didn't eat sugar for 6 hours, and I was literally, all I could think about was fucking my girlfriend and eating Twinkies. All right? Do you understand? And at the same time, I had a boner and I wanted sugar so bad. No idea. I'm just
The
saying.
connection was too strong.
Always think about
You know, if someone walked into the chat and just you yelling, "I wanted to fuck my girlfriend and eat Twinkies,"
that's a fucking soundboard clip right there. Man. But no, I mean, like, I'm always thinking about sex. So, like, it's always, I want to fuck something, and also this other thing's happening in my brain. And in this case, I literally, if I go too long without a soda, I literally think about how good the soda tastes. Like it's a real addiction. It's truly an addiction. Not hyperbole, not being cute, a real fucking addiction. And, oh my god, I wish I could kick it.
Me too.
Because it's killing me.
I mean, the best I can do is to go like almost a full day without eating something with like just tons of fucking sugar in it. And then at the end of the day, I look and see, okay, am I under my calorie count? Yes. Okay, then I can actually reward myself with something that has sugar in it.
Oh, you know? Clips. Okay, fine. Be that way.
It's just...
By the way, I was watching the clip while Stoudman was talking here, and the knock would maybe go, what the... It's a really good knock sound. It's really good. Yes, I always think I'm hypersexual. So I think about having sex with everybody at least once. Sometimes it's a curse.
Oh my!
A real curse. You know, you look at Donald Trump and you're like, oh. It never happens again when you have that kind of reaction. But
you ever just see someone sit there, look at a picture of Donald Trump, and just go,
I know. I have
like, I just
know what they were thinking.
Like, broccoli.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often, huh?
Than processed sugar. You don't get addicted to natural sugar in its natural forms. If you eat sugar from like a banana, it's not the same sugar. It's not the same sugar as corn syrup. Corn syrup is the problem. Corn syrup is the real actual sugar addiction.
Yeah. Fucking preach.
I'm just saying. I mean, like, and I'm addicted to it. I'm drinking a second soda for today. I normally only drink one. That's how bad. All I did was glance at the box 2 hours ago, and I was just thinking about it since then. You understand?
Soda.
Real addiction.
Soda would be so good. Oh my god, it would be amazing if I had that soda right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. Oh my, I had cotton mouth, so this is. Oh, it's so good. It's like think about weed, guys. I said this before, but if you're new to the chat, marijuana enhances literally everything about sex. It makes you introspective, and not just sex. Everything life. Sorry, see, sex is in my brain. Anyway, it enhances everything in life. It makes you introspective. So you think about all the dumb shit you've done, and then you go, I'm never going to do that again, because I don't want to think about this, and go, man, I was stupid for doing that thing to that person and being a dick. And people like, oh, I hate the way it makes me feel. Oh, like, because maybe you're a shitty person? Or maybe I just have a lot of anxiety. Those are the two things. People with high anxiety probably shouldn't smoke. Probably people with a history of schizophrenia 100% should not do anything with THC in it, because it could trigger your schizophrenia, because it's genetic. Okay, so there's obviously people who shouldn't do it, but it makes food taste better, it makes your orgasm better, it makes literally listening to music feels good. Like, I can listen to an Iron Maiden song, it's fine. When I'm high as fuck, the sound waves feel good. It's pleasurable to hear good music that sounds good. Like, I get why people go to EDM concerts and do drugs. I'm imagining MDMA makes that even more so, because the way it enhances your senses. You know what I mean? That could probably, I imagine, with the right beat, you could be almost orgasmic with the way it feels, right? Like, listening to a Black Sabbath song or an Iron Maiden song or any really good, intricate piece of music feels good when you're out. Yes.
Okay, Jesus is weed guy.
It may not be legal where you are, obviously. And that's a shame, because it should be legal everywhere. It's not legal everywhere. It's legal where I am.
Marijuana?
Yeah, it's talking about how it enhances everything. Of course, I said it enhances everything about sex, everything about life, because that's always thinking about sex. So.
Marijuana. All right.
Cannabis.
Pickups.
Yeah. Ready when you get.
Oh, we're talking about orgasms. I like orgasms.
Pickups.
We're talking about how marijuana makes orgasms way more intense.
I'm sure it does. So does edging for 6 hours.
Now, imagine doing that while stoned for 6 hours. You're
Oh my god, edging while stoned for 6 hours. I like the sound of that idea.
No, like if you did like an edible, you'd be stoned for 6 hours, and you would have an intense body high. Which, by the way, makes the orgasm like.
There's a dispensary like right across the street from me.
Go do it.
And I haven't. And further to that, I haven't had an orgasm in about 9 days. So.
Holy Christ! How do you have? I have to fucking jerk off 3 times a day, dude.
Well, it's a little difficult when you can't get privacy, you know. So.
No, I would go to the bathroom and be like, "Dad's taking a shower again." I would take a shower every day to jerk off.
Yeah, but see now it's at the point. It's like, well, I've gone this long. I'll just wait, and then it's going to be incredible.
That's true. A wee gummy bear, right? And then wait 45 minutes. Well, actually, jerk the whole 45 minutes off, right? And it'll kick in.
Well, you start the edging while you're waiting for it to kick in.
And then it'll kick off.
And then go for several more hours after it kicks in.
Cancel today. Sean can't even get stand up. His legs are shaking so hard.
I'd be like, blackout.
It's not many men have had experiences, but apparently you can orgasm so hard your legs stop working. Women apparently had a long history of this. But
excellent.
It takes a bit more effort for men, and when it happens, it's like it's very disconcerting. Like I can't. If the house was on fire, I would die right now. I literally cannot walk. Everything's jelly. You know?
I would die covered in my own jizz.
Yes.
On that note, pickups?
Yes.
Stout, what you got?
I don't know if I showed this last week or not. But
You did.
You did.
I did? Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We had a big speech.
Wow.
We did. Man.
You're an idiot.
We talked about that.
Oh, sorry. Michael is uncomfortable with us talking about sex. So let's talk about sex some more before we continue with Stout's pickups. So,
Michael, I'm sorry someone made you feel shame about your sex. I apologize. I hope you can get over that someday.
Yes, you really should not feel ashamed about it. It's perfectly natural and part of our bodies. And, you know, you should go and jerk off right now. And
Good if you find it sexy, I suppose.
Or while you're watching. I mean, that's, you know.
Maybe you really like pickups. I'm not going to judge you.
Do you like pickups, Michael? Do you like pickups?
Oh, I love pickups.
I like pickups, too. Pickups get me so
hard when I look at
excited. I'm like, just like dribbling in my pants right now, just anticipating what Stoud's next pickups will be.
I like to press on my paint.
So anyways, I got...
Speaking of sexy stuff, good old Caesar.
Bad.
Caesar liked orgies and sex a lot.
I've been told this is a good movie, and it's a Coen Brothers movie, so
excellent.
I got it.
Do you hear the internet drama because the Coen Brothers decided to do some different projects? They're not working together. So what? They did it in the '90s too. Who cares?
Yeah, they've always done that. How is there internet drama over that?
The Twitter went shape shit. Like, oh no, please! I hope they don't break up. Oh, God.
They're brothers. Are you
They're not
fucking
gonna break up? They're taking a break.
idiots?
Okay. It's not like Neville Dane Taylor, which get back together, but yeah.
I got the Bloodfather.
Oh boy, have you seen that yet?
I haven't. That's why I wanted to get it.
Let me know how it is. I'm interested.
All right.
I am too.
Mel Gibson's crazy, but like an interesting thing to
And
watch.
then for like $1, I got Monsters versus Aliens.
That's a fun one. I like
the movie
that
means so
That's
little
right,
to them
yeah.
they had to double check the title.
one.
Yep, exactly.
I like
is it
I enjoyed
and
it.
Aliens or Versus? I can't remember.
There was a DreamWorks animated series based on that, which I think was one of their earlier movie to series things they did.
Yeah. Anyways,
I like the
The
show
Beaver?
too. It's good. Or you're just getting your Mel Gibson on here, aren't
Good
you?
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think me and Stabit watched it together.
Yeah, Brandon and I watched this together.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty good movie.
I need to get that. That's a Jodie
Is
Foster.
that one about a vagina?
That's not a Mel Gibson film. That's a Jodie Foster film that stars.
Yeah.
To be clear.
It's about a vagina?
No, it's not. It's about a hand puppet that gets
Oh,
It's almost like a body horror film.
about a
And it's
vagina?
Dark comedy body horror drama. That's how I would describe it. Because a man gets a puppet, the beaver puppet, attached to his hand. He can't get it off, and he's got a mind of his own. And it's interesting.
He can't get off the vagina?
Anyways,
Huh.
the Infiltrator,
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
I mean,
Exactly the reason I got it.
I really, loved his breakout role as the voice of Isamu Dyson in Macross Plus,
What?
which is clearly the one everyone remembers him from and knows him for.
Is he named Dyson after the Terminator 2 character?
Possibly, I don't know.
And I got.
Oh yes!
It's like an essential film.
Have you ever seen
for-
that, Stout?
No, that's why I got it.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love
Everybody
it.
keeps telling me I need to see it.
Yes.
I owned it on DVD for like 10 years and I never saw it.
Oh,
So.
you will also really like that one.
It disappeared in one of those boxes that never made it here.
It's very art film, but in all
It's a movie
the
about
best
making movies. You gotta
ways.
see it.
It's all the best ways.
I also
yeah.
got the Criterion Edition version of Fear and Loathing in Las
God.
Vegas.
I love how they dented that to
Hold
make
up,
it look like
fuckers.
it was on the trip with them. That's great.
Yeah, man, it's
Very authentic.
great.
Oh my god! I think, fuck, dude.
Look. It
can't
even
read
says.
It doesn't
You
focus.
can't read.
It even says Criterion Collection on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can almost make it out.
Yeah.
So
Someone's
I
an
got,
idiot.
I got my money back on that one. No worries.
It was
Because
a
of
DVD,
the
by the way, not even
damage
Blu-ray.
and the blatant
No,
false
That
advertising.
was the Blu-ray. This is the one that
okay.
was. I got Lords of Salem, the nice steelbook version here,
Uh-huh.
and then inside was the DVD.
That's great.
Oh god!
How does that even happen? That's clearly the Blu-ray steelbook
They-
case.
In-
They don't check. They look
Yeah.
inside. They're like, oh, it says Lords of Salem. I guess it's in there.
Oh my god. Who are you ordering
Okay.
from that's so
I
inept?
get paid enough to be
This-
passionate about what they do.
That's true, and also, this is like the first time that it's happened to me with Second Spin.
But it
But it's
happened.
confirmation to me that this is the same exact factory that FYE uses for their online orders. It's
Yeah.
the same fucking factory.
Yeah. Of course it is.
So they.
That's why you fuck your orders up at least once a time.
But
Yeah.
you say it's the first time, but I mean it happened twice, basically
No.
in the same order.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But FYE used to fuck his orders up like that too.
like both
FYE
things that you
every
ordered were
time.
fucked
Yeah.
up in some way.
Yep.
And then they rectified it. So, I mean,
That's good.
they're actually sending me Lords of Salem again.
Yeah, and there's no difference between a steelbook
Good.
and a regular. So if they end up sending you a regular edition, call it a win because you still got the right disc at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a
exactly.
packaging thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Wow.
So, Garbage Gamer, I've been eyeballing your Area 51 game in the background there over the course of the evening.
One of my favorite.
As you know, I'm a huge fan of the sort of reimagining that they did on the PS2 a few years back. Even played the PC version as a playthrough on
remember
my
all the
YouTube a while ago. Starring David Duchovny and Marilyn Manson.
I remember all the tech problems you had with getting that set up.
It was a grand experiment, and that was pre-graphics card, too, so I was actually really impressed by how smoothly it ran.
Yeah.
And it looked really good. Worked really
But
well.
he would every day at the end of doing the recording of that, he'd be like, "Oh my god, I hate this fucking setup." It was a pain in the dick
This guy
because it was
says he's
before
a
like
Star
capture
Wars
devices
fan.
were really
He doesn't
big,
even have
you know.
the
And he's just doing this is back when I think that was
Those are the
recording
best
face with
ones.
the camera, right?
How can you
a
call
standalone
yourself a real
camera?
Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
Thanks, JL. So happy to have that on the soundboard now. Could the Amiga run Area 51? Well, probably the original arcade version, yeah. Because that's basically a rail shooter, but yeah, probably
So,
not the... It was a little
back
after
to
the
pickups
Amiga's time.
now.
So, anyway, Mr. Gamer of Garbage, what garbage are you gaming this week for your pickups that you picked up?
I don't have any.
Okay. Skinslip. What did you get?
I was just waiting to say.
I received a care package from Stoudman containing a bunch of movies that I bought.
Yay.
And I still have to pay for, actually.
And 2 that he didn't buy.
And 2 I didn't buy, and he didn't buy either. He just included them with me.
Excellent.
And also he included this awesome pin set.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm going to add it to my newly posted up pin board that I have right here. You can only see the edge of because my mic's in the way.
Oh, there we go. Very nice. I used to have a cork board for stuff like that.
This is one of the extra vinyl sheets. This is made of vinyl sheets. It's metal racking with vinyl sheets, right? So, yeah. I know I said vinyl sheets 3 times in the same sentence.
Vinyl sheets, vinyl sheets, vinyl sheets.
Vinyl sheets, vinyl sheets, vinyl sheets.
Violent sheets? What?
Violent sheets?
That's the only thing that I'm fucking heard. You guys saying it over and over again. Like
violent shits, yeah.
In my head, I heard violent shits. I'm like, did I say violent shits? Something. They're like, do I start laughing? I'm like, did I just say violent shits? That's hilarious. Oh my god.
I just used one of my spare violent shits for this.
Fuck! And so I have like,
oh my god. Again. Like right in the I'm hearing dick and realistic knock at the same time, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Anyway, so yeah, I used an extra sheet to do all my pins up, and then just that same time, Stoudman sent these. So I'm like, oh right, more pins to add to that. And then I have been buying the Super Friends collection, as everyone knows.
Nice. Oh, you got oh, okay, good. You got some more.
We got the Adventures of Batman.
Yes.
Which we're watching this Monday.
We'll be watching the first 9 episodes.
We decided to forego the Sinbad films for now because there's a lot of Batman to do.
Yes. April is going to be Batman month, yeah. So.
And he inspired me to get them, so let's go.
Yeah, for sure. We're not going to be pausing between episodes either. We're just going to power through them. So.
Are we? Oh, okay.
You will need to have the DVD if you're going to watch with us.
Yeah, or have all the episodes queued up or whatever.
Queued up, yeah, exactly. So.
All right. We've got the all-new Super Friends Season 1, Volume 1.
Oh, nice.
Probably click on my own camera so I can angle things better. There we go.
With the Wonder Twins and Zeke.
Yeah, whatever.
Or whatever the hell the monkey's name was.
All-new Super Friends Season 1, Volume 2.
Very nice.
Then I got Super Friends Season 1, Volume 1.
Nice.
And Super Friends Season 1, Volume 2.
Yep.
And then I got those. Super Friends Volume 2, which is one of the Challenge of the Super Friends.
I have that one.
That's my spot.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Volume 1. It's still in the mail.
Then we can't help you, JL.
So that's all the DVDs.
Yeah.
That was all. I didn't pay more than $7 for either one of those.
Nice.
Any one of those. So.
Yeah, of all of those, the only one I have is the Season 2, Volume 2 one, I think. The blue package one.
That's the Challenge Volume 2.
The Challenge of the Super Friends, yeah. I've got the same one.
Anywhere on it, but Challenge Super Friends.
That's the one it is. That's the one I most remember from growing up.
Or a third season, I can't remember.
That's with the Super Friends versus the Legion of Doom.
Yes, that's the famous one.
Yeah.
Next, I got Aquaman. I haven't seen it because I just got it yesterday. My
dad that's out now. Movies. Shit, I need that.
Yeah. My dad bought a bunch of movies, so he wants the digitals, and I get the discs. That's the deal here.
I definitely want to get Aquaman.
And Mortal Engines.
I've heard that's really good.
I know nothing about it.
I think there's a series. There's a series based on it, too, isn't there?
I have no idea.
Something.
Probably.
Okay. I think so.
And then we got Gods of Egypt, finally.
Oh, nice.
I've been trying to get that steelbook, but no one wants to sell it for less than $25.
Oh.
So I decided I'm going to fucking watch the movie, and then if I like it, I'll decide for $25.
That's one I'd be interested to see, too, because I like Egyptian mythology.
Me too. It's $5. So I was like, all right, at Walmart.
Yeah.
So also for $5 at Walmart. Chasing the Dragon. I don't know. Looks cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the Stoud package. The movie I didn't order, 100 Rifles. The Western. All right.
Cool. Love a good Western.
Burt Reynolds, Jim Brown, Raquel Welch. Okay, sounds like fun. This one, I love this movie. I just hadn't picked it up, but this was another free one.
Hell in the Pacific, nice.
Hell in the Pacific with Lee Marvin and Toshiro Mifune.
That's
and
what I need.
They are two World War II soldiers stranded on an island who have to work together to free themselves.
Oh, so it's kind of like Enemy Mine.
No, Enemy Mine is a remake of Hell in the Pacific.
Yes. Which
actually, they're both a remake of another.
And also, like the final episode of Galactica 1980, with Starbuck and the Cylon having to work together.
Correct.
Yeah.
They got Mario Bava, Kill Baby Kill. I've actually seen this one on Brentwood Video.
I really
multi-pack.
Whoops. I really need more Mario Bava in my collection. I've seen so little.
I have four movies now.
Mm-hmm.
I have five movies now. Sorry. He has like 10 or 12 I need to get. So, I got Rawhead Rex by Barker. I missed out on the slipcover. Oh well.
Oh well.
This one looks. I just read the description. This is Psychopath. It's like an early slasher horror film from the 60s.
Mother, may I go out to kill?
Called The Psychopath. Like, all right. It's got Patrick Widmark and yeah, I don't know. Sure, why not?
And
it's directed by Freddie Francis. That was the other thing.
Oh, there you go.
And then Lou Ferrigno and Enzo G. Castellari and Luigi Cozzi. Sinbad.
Nice. That's what I definitely need.
Roland Emmerich's early film, Making Contact.
I might have that one. I can't remember.
And last, and certainly not least, we have the Vincent Price underrated classic, Madhouse.
Oh. Van Peter Cushing.
And this is the remastered disc, because there's an error in the first disc, in the first pressing of the disc. So.
Nice.
So yeah, that's that. And then like this whole stack just goes over here to here.
Very good.
It just goes over. See, there you go. Gotta watch them all now.
Michael says Wonder Woman and Aquaman are the best in the DCEU. Why are people calling it the DCEU? Shouldn't it be the DCCU?
It's DC Expanded Universe.
That's not what it is.
I don't care. I'm just telling you.
It's the DC Cinematic Universe, so it should be DCCU.
Well, there you go.
I agree with this. This is
like the other one, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the MCU. I mean, it's like, there you go. Anyway,
or just call it DCU. That's fine.
The DCU, DC Universe. There you go. Yeah.
Or the DC Cinematic Universe. And just
thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you, Duncan. Yeah, Michael says, kind of annoyed that DC haven't been doing their big two right. Like, come on, DC, do Batman and Superman right, please. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I think they did Batman okay. You know, I didn't really have any major issues with Batfleck. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and I had no problem with Nolan's trilogy. I don't know why there's suddenly a backlash from the first and third movie. Like, stop it. They're perfectly fine films. Yes, there should have been more Batman, but guess what? Bruce Wayne is also Batman, guys.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, come on.
I will be rewatching those probably this month coming up for the first time in a while.
I might turn you for those if I'm not doing something.
Yeah. I
really enjoy those movies.
I might actually do just a trilogy day. Just do all three of them back to back.
That's what I did last time. I watched them.
Yeah.
I gotta say the whole Robin thing with the name, that's pretty stupid.
That was silly. That was just...
But that doesn't ruin an entire series. It doesn't ruin a movie at all. It's like,
it was such a throwaway thing, especially since there will never be a follow-up to it, so why even bother? Like, what is even the point?
I wonder if that was a studio-mandated thing to try to get a spin-off.
I don't know. Maybe.
You know, I mean, if they had said, oh, here's Robin movie coming up, I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'm down. I like the actor. Go. Jason Gordon-Levitt all day long.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. So actually, yeah, next on my list is Justice League. I finally watched Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think it's decent flick.
Yeah, it had its moments. I didn't have any major issues with it.
It's a solid 6 out of 10. That's about it, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was awful.
Another superhero team fights big laser beam into the sky. Okay.
Yeah, that thing I didn't.
Like, that's a cliche. It happens. You know.
Yeah, it's like,
I went to comics all the time too. Yeah.
it's one of those. But
Yeah, that's what happens when mediums last a long time. You start seeing these things, you know.
yeah.
Happening a little more than it should right now, but yeah.
So looking forward to Justice League and seeing. It's kind of the past two have been like, let's watch this and see if it's as bad as everyone says it is. So looking forward to watching Justice League and seeing if it's as bad as everyone says it is.
It's not.
So,
it's a decent flick. Yeah.
So the Joker is bad in Suicide Squad. No, the Joker was.
I agree.
Different
I didn't like Joker in Suicide Squad.
In Suicide Squad, but I didn't like the look.
But you're talking about a Joker Pierce who didn't even like Heath Ledger's portrayal, even though it was brilliantly acted. I don't think it's Joker to me personally, but I'm a hard ass Joker, so yeah, whatever.
Well, to be fair, Joker is a pretty complex character, and how do you encapsulate that? The thing I liked about Heath Ledger's Joker was it showed some aspects of the character that we hadn't really seen brought to film before.
Exactly. Oh, I do. I didn't say like it's definitely
it's
a wonderful performance. I just didn't feel it was enough Joker. You know, that's all.
It wasn't quite the Joker, but it was, but in other ways it was. So it's kind of...
It was brilliant in some ways, and then like it missed the mark in others. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but it's quite different. I'm interested to see the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film when that comes out.
I'm terrified.
Really? Why?
I don't know how that's going to turn out. And like, it's clearly kind of inspired by Jack Nicholson's portrayal, but different. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see a trailer.
It's hard to say. I mean, we've only seen some production photos. We've seen what the makeup's going to look like. It's definitely a different take on the makeup.
Not necessarily bothered by the makeup. I'm bothered by the actor underneath it. I don't know how he's going to handle it. I just don't know.
Well, I have a lot of faith.
He's a great actor.
I was going to say I have a lot of faith in Joaquin Phoenix as an actor. I can't think of anything I've ever seen him in that I haven't enjoyed his performance.
I imagine someone like
very versatile actor.
I imagine a theater nerd feels like this way with like a Shakespearean play that he loves. He's like, I don't know how he's gonna do. You don't know how they're gonna encapsulate the character that you love so much. You're like, and I really do love Batman. Everyone knows that, so it's like
absolutely, yeah. So do I.
But it's gonna be whatever it is.
Batman was my jam growing up, man.
Well, mine too.
It was all about the '60s series, and then
the animated series for me, obviously,
and then got into the comics. And and when I got into the comics, it was at the time they were really going a lot darker with Batman, so it was like in the mid '80s and stuff with Frank Miller and Alan Moore and all of those, and so and then of course the animated series and then the movies and so it's been always been a major character for me.
It started in '93, the animated series, right?
'92.
Yeah, I was 10. You know what I mean? Like I was the perfect age for Batman.
I was 20, but also the perfect age for Batman because that one was just so freaking well written, and so intelligent.
Teenager at the same time, and with the moody Burton Batman came out.
Yeah.
So it hit you at the perfect age,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just Batman. It hits you at the right age.
In the retro episodes that you guys have been watching me edit, in one of my almost daily behind the scenes streams on Twitch, by the way, I've been working on the latest batch of retro episodes. You may have noticed I've been mentioning the Batman animated series quite a bit. That's because that's when it premiered. It was right around that time. It had only been running for a couple of months, and I was in the process of trying to record all 65 of the initial batch of episodes that they released. And
JL or DL. This is an American Genre Film Archive hat. I got it for supporting their Kickstarter to get their film scanner.
Oh, the film scanner. That's right. I remember that. Yeah. Yes, we know, Major Matoka. Johnny Quest is coming to Blu-ray. Which I thought we mentioned last week. Maybe it might have been during one of my other streams.
It was midweek. It happened midweek. So.
Okay, yeah. So Johnny Quest, the original '60s series, is coming to Blu-ray. It was announced by Warner Archive, and also actually something else was announced just today. The Jetsons is coming to Blu-ray from Warner Archive. So, yeah.
Oh, you know what happened? It was during our live stream on Sunday. That's why you're thinking it was SNI.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, might have been. My question is... Huh?
Never mind.
Okay.
I didn't know you were gonna keep talking about this.
And my question is, okay, if we're getting those, great. But if we're getting the Jetsons, why aren't we also getting the Flintstones? Like, I would think that would be much higher profile of a release for Blu-ray.
It was the OG daddy.
Hold on. Aren't there more episodes of Flintstones than Jetsons?
What?
I think so. Yeah,
Aren't there more episodes of Flintstones
Absolutely.
than Jetsons? That's probably why. Maybe it's just taking longer.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Jetsons just finished, and so well, let's release Jetsons. And
Jetsons had like 3 seasons or something like that. Right?
Oh, I see. I see what you. Sorry, I didn't realize what you asked. But yeah,
Simpsons had like 6 or 7 seasons.
Yeah, Flintstones, not Simpsons.
Sorry,
You said Simpsons.
Flintstones.
You said Simpsons. Sorry. We're talking Flintstones.
Sorry.
You said Simpsons. Not you, Stout. Stout said Simpsons.
Listen, it's easy to make that mistake because they're the same show.
Oh, wait, come on. The Flintstones had.
They both had the same effect.
Yes. Flintstones had like 6 or 7 seasons.
TV.
So I bet you that's the reason why it's come out
Yes,
first.
Simpsons had 6 or 7.
Jetsons actually, I think, only had 1 season originally, and then it came back in like 1985 or something. And they revived it and did like another couple of seasons.
That might be a different set, right? Or is it all of it?
I don't know if they're doing just seasons or complete series or what, but it was it was basically a third-party announcement. They mentioned something at a convention, and someone retweeted the info, and that was it. So just said Jetsons is coming out on Blu-ray. It's like,
I bet you it's that first series, either the first season or that first series, and then the next series will be a different Blu-ray. I bet you.
Could be.
So, and I bet you're just going to go Jetsons, Flintstones. Jetsons.
The Flimpsons. The Simpstones, yeah.
Flintstones, good lord.
Actually, funny enough, we make that connection. I mean, obviously, everybody's always made that connection. It's like Simpsons is the Flintstones of its day. The de facto primetime animated family show. But Rosie and I have also been continuing to watch my Simpsons DVDs. Working our way through them. We're partway into season 13 right now. And one of the... I forget what it was. One of the couch gags, I think, or something. There was something in one of the episodes. Or no, they went to like a masquerade party, I think, and they went dressed as the Flintstones. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Because they're very much seen as the Flintstones of their day.
Yeah.
And
just how
it's a nice little nod.
They brought back prime time.
That's the connection.
Sorry, what was that? Eddie Valiant was.
Oh my god!
That it was the connection.
It's the way they brought back primetime cartoons. That's why I made the confusion.
It's okay. There isn't a sound sample going anymore. You can just talk at normal volume.
I'm just mad that I have to every time I talk.
Hey guys!
Okay.
Hey guys!
Yes,
guys,
Michael. Everybody has seen that crossover. Everybody.
Guys, I love you.
Okay.
Well, that made me hard.
You too, man.
So erect right now. Anything else? I think we covered everything. I think we're good.
There was no. Hold on, I was going to bring up. The Addams Family movie.
Oh, right.
Sort of based on the cartoon from the 90s.
Based on the fucking original goddamn strips.
Of what?
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Addams Family, yes.
Yeah, they look exactly like the original character from the strips, goddammit. Like, Jesus.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
I'm like, all right. I was like, I haven't been all right. I was like, I saw just the thumbnail. I'm like, I'm sold.
That's true.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, and some people were complaining about that or saying they don't look right. Blah, blah. Have you ever looked at the original cartoons? That's what they look like.
It was perfect. What are you talking about?
It is perfect. So
perfect.
I don't know.
I'm shocked. I was like, okay, all right, you got my attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Got my attention too. Absolutely. Got my attention too. Absolutely. Got my attention too. Absolutely. Got my attention too.
I was like, oh, I recognize that. 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 I was like, oh, I was like,
I'm subscribed to this man already. I'm subscribed to this man already. Shows him 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 I'm subscribed to this man
What? Huh? 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 What?
Modulation.
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 What?
I feel a tickle in my body. 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 I feel a tickle in my body.
Well, I think that's enough of that.
And the
That
dick
was
got
fun.
lost in there somewhere.
Was there a dick? Yeah, I heard something.
There was like, it was like right. You could hear the end of it going, Nick, Nick, Yeah, at the end of another sound, it just got crushed in there.
What was it you were saying, Stout? You said you did something at the beginning there.
I can't even remember.
You had too much fun just now.
I do remember it turning into, like, just sounding like me laughing really strangely.
So long.
It just sounds like. Like
Oh, God. Oh, evil.
Will you please stop saying that?
Busy fucking week for me.
Oh, man.
Death Ray.
Oh, bless you all. Oh, well, that's wow. We can go for over 2.5 hours. I think that's that's good. I think that's good.
It took a long time before we even got to pickups this week.
Well, we did spend a long time talking about masturbation, so I mean that always takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, I think this is going to be
It's
our
a very
high-
important discussion.
It is needs to be had and often.
So, anyways,
Yeah. What?
I'm just
Wrap it up.
Wrap it
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
All
Oh, wait,
right.
wrong wrap up. But you should actually wrap it up. Just saying.
Okay. Oh, no.
No, God,
I have to wait for Steve Carell to finish objecting first.
God.
So, we'll be wrapping up Saturday Night InSaNiTy now. I'm going to come back on. I got more editing and stuff to do, so if you'd like to stick around for that, stick around for that, and I'll be back. But if you're watching this on YouTube, that will already have happened by the time you're seeing this. So, too bad you missed it. All right. Anyway, thanks for coming out. In terms of the live viewings this week, we're doing Skinslip and I are watching Adventures of Batman, the Filmation series, on Monday, sometime in the afternoon, probably 2-ish, maybe thereabouts.
Yeah,
typically
2-ish, and then whenever he wakes up and I'm awake at the same time.
Usually when we do those. Tuesday night, late night, around 11 p.m. typically, we'll be doing Doctor Who. This week will be Enlightenment, which is a really good Fifth Doctor story.
128?
I believe it's 128, yes.
Damn.
So
Suddenly remembering numbers? What is that all about?
I know. And that's according to the Region 1 DVD numbering scheme, by the way. It includes Shada as story.
I forgot there's
109.
a million different ways to number them.
There's a
and
few
everyone's got
different,
it.
and of course,
Nerds!
a lot of fans don't agree on which numbering scheme is
It's
actually
almost
correct.
like Age of
But
comics and
whatever.
stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
it's almost like a deal to show all the time.
It is. I just go by the DVD numbering and call it a day. Anyway, and then what else? And then on Wednesday, it's gonna be screenings all week. Fuck.
That's what I say. I have a busy week too.
On
you know?
Wednesday, Skinslip is doing his Planet of the Apes marathon. I'm going to be doing watching the first Batman serial from 1943, which is also available on YouTube. So if you want to watch along with us, you can quite easily if you don't have the DVDs. And I think that's it for the screenings. And then in and around that, we'll be doing our regular streams.
Gaming and editing, etc.
I'll be doing lots of editing, probably some more gaming and stuff.
You've got a marathon or something at some point this week, I assume, right?
We'll do a marathon at some point this week. Not on Wednesday, though. Wednesday is a shit day for marathons, apparently.
Wednesday's a shit day for streaming, period, money-wise. You do it because it's consistency. You don't do it because because it makes you any money.
Yeah, pretty much. Alrighty. So, have yourselves a great day or night, everybody. We will see you next time. Those of you on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right. Catch you later, folks. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.
Penis.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no Eloica, blu, blu, blu. Rosito le gusta danza cuando estudió en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
And it just ends abruptly.